What a crazy start today. Sorry about that, everyone. We are here. Let's go.
Welcome to the Whatsoever Manyeth Creators Roundtable, where we will talk today about the exploration reveals that have just come up yesterday on the forums. And with me, we have. Introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
Ah, you lazy fuck. Okay, yes. Fine. My name is Yamiks. Greetings. I'm a cunt.
Hi, I'm DJTruthsayer, idiot in a spaceship.
I'm Obsidian. And
I'm Commander Exegius. Sorry, I was messing with some audio settings. Forgive me, everyone.
It's his favorite hobby.
Telling you.
Oh my.
All right, so let's kick it off, I guess. Should we start by just going over just going point by point, I would say, I guess. Probably the best thing to do. So the first thing up is, I think, the biggest point for the community out there right now, the biggest discussion point. Let's hop right in there. The ADS scanner. The big change is how that will work in the future. And I think the biggest gripe many people have right now is that Frontier have said that the ADS in the future will only reveal the local star to you whenever you jump into a new system, when you honk the scanner. And to reveal all the other stellar bodies in the system, you will have to use that new interface, where you can search for gravitational anomalies and then look at their signature and figure out what it might be and how far away it is. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on that? Because I certainly have an opinion, but I kind of want to hear your thoughts first on that one, because it certainly has been a very hot topic in the community.
so, essentially, what we're talking about there is the fact that at the moment when we jump into a system, we do the honk and we get what people are calling insta reveal. As long as you've got an advanced discovery scanner, you can see all the planets within the particular system. Yeah,
Yep,
so
it's the magics.
Right.
yeah, the magic is going away. Yeah, or at least that's the impression. Now, the way I've kind of read that, and it seems other people have read that different to me. The way I read that is when we do the initial discovery scan, when we jump into a system, or the honk, the main star will be revealed to us on the system map, along with a load of emission signals around the system. So the other planets won't be on the system map anymore, but there'll be these different types of signal strengths. We don't know quite how they're going to be represented yet, but there was some text there saying that like gas giants will have one style of emissions and rocky planets will have another style of emissions. So my understanding of it was you're still effectively getting this insta reveal. It's just they're going to be displayed in the form of these emissions rather than pictures of planets
Yeah,
on the
I get that.
system
I
map.
think
So
the
if
issue that people will have then is that they have to look around with that interface to catch those anomalies. I mean, yes, of course, they're revealed to you up on the scan, but you won't see them on the system map, am I right?
that's the question. I kind of assumed that you would, but maybe not. I mean, there was, if you remember back in the one of the patches that came up quite a while ago, there was a bug where the planets didn't appear in properly. They appeared in without any texture. Can you remember that? Any of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
kind of was visualizing it in
Kinda,
in that sort of way. You just get these fuzzy things on
I mean, that would
your
be
system
cool
map.
if you could basically target those anomalies in the system map, and then you don't have to look around and figure out which one it is, but you get a target marker for the direction at least, and you can just look at it with your interface and figure out how far away and what it is. That would be fine, but I don't know, but maybe there's a developer in chat who can tell us. I think you
doubt
won't
it.
get that option, so you will have to look around and figure out which of these anomalies are the interesting ones, just going by their strength or by their signature.
Well, there's the initial reveal of the emissions, and then refining onto them so that you actually get the full image of the planet resolved. My impression was that not that you'd be able to select them from the system map, but you'd just be able to have a very quick glance, a bit like when you use the SRV scanner. Yeah, you know what it is before you get toward it, because whether it's two lines at the bottom or one thick line at the top, you don't need to get to that rock to know what that rock is going to be.
That's certainly an advantage, yeah.
So
Because you don't have to fly to the planets to scan them and, first discover them and see what they are and what they have. That's true. But,
Yeah, because they did confirm that we can discover the whole system from the star. We don't have to fly around, correct?
exactly. You can
Yeah.
do it all
Yeah.
from where you are, but
Yeah.
you have to look around. You don't get like an overview of what is there instantly. You have to first look around and look at all these signatures, and I think that's the issue many people have.
Okay.
So,
Though I personally don't see it as an issue. Let's be clear here.
Yeah, I think
So-
DJ was chiming in.
So from the way I look at it, the new Discovery Scanner view is replacing the system map. Somebody was complaining to me yesterday about this, about how they can look in the system map and they immediately know what the different planets are. And I was like, that's nice. Do you think everyone can do that? No, it's a skill. Yeah, it's a simple skill because it's just picking up different pictures, right?
Yep.
But it's a skill nonetheless that they have developed over time to the point that they can glance at a system map and know what's worth looking at and what isn't. As far as I can work out, what they're doing is they're replacing the system map with the scanner. And the scanner is in every way replacing what they're doing with the system map. At least that's how I'm looking at it.
I guess you're right. And that's kind of what I like as well, because in the future, if you think about it, if you're out in black and you find a system that has been discovered or even mapped, because that's another feature that we'll talk about in a minute, you know that person actually has put some effort in there, because they didn't just jump into the system, honk, and then like see an Earth like on the system map, instantly fly there and scan that and move on and pick the cherries basically. No, if they in the future will have first discovered something, they will have had to sit in that system, look around what's there, figure out what these signatures are, and yeah, you will get used to that. It will also be a skill that you develop, and I'm totally fine with that. It just will be a little bit more effort, and if you also want to map it, then you have to also go there and actually land or actually use those probes to completely map it. And I like that, because in the future we'll know whenever there's a first discovery, unless it's an old one, of course. There's some effort behind it.
So
Yeah, I think.
No, go on.
Oh, no, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, I think, for me, as probably maybe the biggest non-explorer of the group, who I enjoy exploration, and I actually am really psyched about the changes overall. I don't necessarily know that I mind any of these new changes that would take extra time and stuff, so long as, and it was unclear the way to answer this, and of course we always worry about, credits and things paying balancedly, right? But if it pays well, I don't mind if it let's say it takes, 2 or 3 times as long to get all the planet information, whatever that number is. If it pays 2 or 3 times as much as just honking a system right now does, then that's absolutely fantastic. I have no problem with that then. Right. I'm curious what you guys think there.
I think DJ already touched on that last time we talked about all this, that I think exploration right now is in a pretty good place after they've increased the income of it, like about tenfold or so what it was, at least in some cases. I don't think it will necessarily require an increase, and I know that's probably another whole topic to talk about. We will have to see how much effort it actually is to, first discover something, how long that takes, how tedious it can be. And if that's a significant increase of what it's been before, what it certainly might be, then yeah, you could probably argue that you would need some additional increases in the income on exploration.
Yeah. I mean, to me, if it takes 3 times as long to scan a system, it should pay 3 times as much, right? In general, I'm happy that there's some sort of gameplay involved, rather than just honk. One of the thoughts I had, and I'm curious if you guys have heard anything or have thoughts, or is, so we have the probes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, firing the probes at a planet is going to take a X amount of time, right? Do the probes make it to the planet in the same amount of time it would take us to fly there? I think that's can't be true, but that I don't think I've seen that asked or even discussed anywhere yet personally. I'm wondering if I've missed something.
We'll have
That's
to
a
see how the
valid point.
gameplay exactly looks.
Yeah.
With that, though, one would suspect that even if it did take as long, for bigger systems in particular, the exploration time is going to go down dramatically because you wouldn't just send probes to one planet, I would assume.
Sure.
Yeah,
Meaning
DJ,
you'd
I
send
think-
probes out to 5 planets at once, DJ? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
as the first lot arrives, you deal with them, next lot, deal with them.
I'd be a
that
bit
sort of
careful
thing.
there because I
I
think
was just
I can't say, but I think how this will work is you actually have to get close to a planet to fire those probes, because you have to aim them so they cover, the whole surface.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
And
Okay,
so
so I
I
guess
think in
we're-
the end you will probably still have to fly to the bodies that are interesting to you. Which what I would like to see is if you do that effort, if you go there and then try to cover the whole surface with probes and get the map or whatever, the first mapped token. Then I would like to see some significant exploration rewards, because it is extra effort. You have to know which bodies are interesting and might be good, and you spend probes on it. So that's where I think the big money should be in the future. If you actually go all the effort, to the last level of exploration that you can do, and either scan the planet with your ship or your probes, because they said that as well on the live stream yesterday evening. It was that you don't have to send probes. You can actually just fly around the planet with your ship and use the scanners on your ship to map it as well.
Oh, interesting. That I didn't catch that. Okay. So does it seem like
so
from the
boring.
main
I didn't
star
catch
you
it
would
at all.
from the main star you would send out your probe? Your probe would then say this is a high metal content. Then you would fly to it to spew more probes at it to actually get the whole thing mapped. Is that kind of how?
No, I
we're
think when you
thinking?
arrive at the star, you just honk, and that will give you the star, and you will be able to go into the new interface
Yeah.
and look around. And when you're in that interface and you find a gravitational anomaly that's interesting to you, and you zoom in on it and you analyze its signature, whatever, that's how you can basically figure out what it is. It will
So that-
basically
that-
resolve.
That's what will give you the view that we currently have on the system map, yeah? It'll
I was
basically,
gonna say,
it'll basically
It will
fill in the
basically
planet.
resolve for you, and it will say, look, that's the gas giant type 2 or whatever. It has these materials or whatever.
Okay, wait, hold on.
If that's all you want to do, then you won't need to use the probes. If you just want to
Okay,
basically
so I was confused.
No, if you just
Yeah, I
want
was
to
confused
populate,
by what you said.
if all you want to do is populate the system map,
Right.
then you don't need to use the probes. The probes
And
are
you
for,
don't need to fly to
the probes
to
are getting for
planets.
detailed surface maps.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
That wasn't
that's
clear
okay.
to me. Thank you.
Just because the question came just up in my chat, Cookie Rebel, we do not have a date on when Q4 will arrive just yet.
No, no
They
one
did say
does.
that the beta will go live in a few weeks, whatever that will exactly mean, we don't know. But I think it's still quite a bit until we get the full release.
Three
Few
a
is more
few
than
and-
couple.
Yeah,
Three
exactly.
is a few and 8 is a few. So
It could be anything.
Right. My gut
No,
would say
but-
that's 3 to 5 weeks.
But I think it's fair to say that it will be in time. It will be this year, December probably.
Yeah, if they fail the Q4 release of the update, then
Oh.
well, yeah,
What
wouldn't
they're
that be
taking out of
funny?
it. Yeah. No.
But
Give
no,
us something to
seriously,
talk
seriously speaking, then I prefer delays rather than half-baked, just
I agree.
half-digested garbage that was multi-crew. Okay,
Couldn't agree more.
so wink, wink.
Who had 20 minutes before Yamiks' first rant? Even though that wasn't really a rant.
Well,
That one was no rant, was it?
Oh, hey, I'm just floating about trying to do the most immersive gameplay in this game.
I mean,
No,
per-
hang on,
High-grade
man.
mission hunting.
I'm doing
No,
the
that's-
same thing.
Hang on, no, that's not the most immersive gameplay in the game. The most immersive gameplay in the game is sitting in a dock while you're waiting for your ship to be transferred. That's
no,
clearly
yeah,
the most
log out.
immersive. That's
We should
clearly
log
the
out
most
from that.
immersive
Yeah.
gameplay. No, but it's all immersion, right? That's all there is
That's
to
right.
that. It's just
That's right.
pure immersion.
But
God,
DJ,
at this point, that so needs to be updated. The fact that jump ranges have gotten so much better since that update come out. I mean, I can fly somewhere in 6 jumps in my DBX. It takes an hour and 15 minutes for a ship to transfer that same distance. I definitely voted for ship transfer time, but it needs to be quickened.
But
If
here's-
at
here's
least you
the
could see like these huge carrier ships fly
That'd be-
jumping around the systems that
be
actually
cool, too.
carry your ships, and they can only jump like, I don't know, 5 light years or so. Then it would be reasonable and cool.
Sure.
To be
But
honest
that's the
with
funniest
you,
thing, right? Ah, fine. Go.
well, the worst, like, this is a bugbear of mine, right? Because the point of that system, to get us off track slightly for a moment, the point of that system was that it was introduced particularly for players that had less time. And the idea was that people who had less time would be able to be like, oh shit, I'm here in the wrong ship and there's something neat I want to do, I'll just grab my other ship. And it transfers over and wicked, they get on with stuff, right? By adding in the immersion timer, you negate the point of doing that. And
Yeah, but if
that's
there had
always
been the immersion
been my
timer,
issue.
Yeah, but if you negate the timer, you negate jump drives. Period. I have one 83 light year Anaconda taxi that I fly everywhere in, and then I instantly bring all my ships there. I mean, the
Yeah,
implementation
you
Not
balance-
necessarily. Okay.
that would be significant.
Exegious, this is a game, okay?
I
For
realize
game
that, I realize
purposes,
that.
And
we need
also-
to sacrifice reality.
Oh,
Also,
you-
hang on.
It's not about reality. It's about breaking
No,
part of the game.
Exegious, I'm gonna fix that. Right?
Go on, go for it.
Excellent. You do the cost as an algorithm based on jump range. The worse the jump range, the more prohibitively expensive it becomes.
Cost credits don't mean anything to advanced players. I mean, people would gladly pay 500 million credits to instantly transfer a Corvette from Seoul to, or from the bubble to Colonia, right? I don't actually somewhere close
Once,
to that anyway,
doing it
but-
once to Colonia, yeah, but I'm talking 500 million credits, not to transfer it to Colonia, but to transfer it 20 light
Well,
years if it's got a
let-
2 light year jump range.
Let's not beat this dead horse because it's
But-
done.
but
There's no
you get
sense
my
in
point.
debate.
Somebody
Yeah, but-
said beat dead horses?
Yeah,
I
Yamiks
hear
is
your
getting
point.
excited.
I don't agree with your point. I hear your point, but I disagree with it. I definitely think they made the right call with chip
Yeah, right
transfer.
now it basically just replaces you buying a Sidewinder, jumping
Exactly.
to that system, and then selling it again.
Jump
As-
ranges would be negated if it was for that.
Well, no, as I say, you just
Let's-
make it prohibitively expensive.
Let's move on.
I still think that high grade
So take us
emissions
back
are more
to-
disgusting,
Quiet
but whatever.
conversation.
Okay,
Oh, I think
so the
high-grade
next
emissions
change.
are the most disgusting thing in the game. If you ask me.
So the next thing on the agenda. So what do we got? Greytest?
I just misclicked. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
You go to the next topic.
We're still talking about
I don't-
exploration.
I don't
have
aren't
the-
we? We're not
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
let's stay
exploration.
on-
Ah, shit.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still in exploration. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so what's the next thing? Yeah, I guess we talked about the beacons. Yes, USS spawning. So they had a
Oh.
point there in the thread that said, remove random USS spawning. You will now be able to use your skill to locate signal sources rather than rely on luck. You will have the ability to identify a USS from anywhere in the system and then explore and discover these locations. So how that sounds to me is that they will not randomly spawn like in certain time spans whenever you fly through the system, no matter the speed you go or no matter where you are. But you will rather see them all once you jump into the system and then can pick which one you want to go to. They will still, the spawning
They are
of those
still
USSs
randomly
will still... They are still random, but they will be all there for you to look at
No.
and sieve through, I think.
No. They
No, no,
clarified
no.
that they will still spawn on random timers. There will be some that will be fixed when you jump into the system, and those will then decay. Please correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. Those will then decay over amount of time. So if you get to them in time, you get to them. And I think it even said that it will show you. Yeah, the
Yes,
decay
it
time
will
is
show the
also
decay
displayed.
time. Yeah.
Right. Yep. So the one of the questions one of my guys has is, does that mean if you jump into, like right now I'm in Seoul, just like Yamiks, looking for high grade USSs. I haven't seen a single one in the 15 minutes I've been here so far. And so the
24 for me. Yay!
Okay. The question, actually, I haven't seen a high grade one. I've only been here 50 minutes. I haven't seen one yet, period. So the question is, if you jump in and there's a persistent high grade one, is our new mechanic going to be jump in, fly to that high grade, farm it, jump out, jump in, fly to that high grade and farm it? I mean, is that what we're
Probably,
gonna have
yeah.
to wind up doing again? And that's what my guess is, right? You know?
Also, someone's just brought up in my chat, is a discovery scanner going to be required for finding USSs? No, they also made
don't
it
think
very
so, yeah.
clear that
Okay,
they
they
made
did.
it very clear that you can go to the nav beacon, scan the nav beacon, and all the USSs in the system will be available for you at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
and-
you either have to have an ADS or hit
Scan the
nav
nav beacon. Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be your choices. Which is,
I don't
you
know.
know, I prefer this new... The other thing they've been talking about is the fact that the spawning is going to be a bit more... like, they use the word holistic. I think what they're trying to get across with that is that the kind of USSs that you expect in a place are going to spawn there. So less of the you know, every time you go onto a planet anywhere outside of the bubble, no matter how far away, you seem to be finding crashed satellites and anacondas, right?
Yeah. So do we think that means high grades are going to spawn 10,000 light seconds out?
Wouldn't be
Wouldn't that be
surprised, you
just
know.
kicking the dick on top of it, right?
Oh,
That, you know, the
boy.
high grades are all, you know, a 10-minute or 5-minute super cruise flight, and all the degradeds are right next to the damn star.
I guess so. For me, I think the two things that really take the most time. Well, there's a lot of things that take the time in Elite, aren't they, with grind and stuff. The two things that take the most time when you can say you basically haven't got your hands on the controls much doing anything is Super Cruise and trying to find a signal source.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everything
the
else. You're
USS
either shooting
mechanic-
at something or you're pressing the button, aren't you? Waiting for
That's right.
the right thing to drop
That's
or whatever.
right.
But Super
I watch
Cruise
movies
and the,
just sitting here in super cruise. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
or flying around
whenever-
waiting for the right signal source to spawn. So making
I
that
think it's always
deterministic
a
is the
case
right
of-
is the right way to go, isn't it? Making that deterministic. I think that's probably
Yeah, it's
one of
always
the
a
best
case
changes
of
they could
it
have done.
might take for ages when you work with RNG. And I think, like, if you have no way of bettering your chances in any way, like if you just rely on plain flat RNG to find something, then it can always be frustrating. But if you have a way of maximizing your chances, you know, with good information, then that's always a good way to go about it, you know.
You know, they just, in my mind, look, we all agree that USS is a total broken mechanic at this point. I mean, I get why it exists from
I
long
can get
ago,
in
but-
detail, explain you why
Oh, I
it's
know.
bad.
But at a minimum, like one of the things that I want to propose to them is turn up the spawn rate of high grades by 5x. Whatever that rate is right now, just turn it the fuck up, right? So that, like right now, again, I still haven't seen a single one spawn, right? I haven't seen a single anything spawn, to be honest, practically, right? And it's you know, it's on a random timer. Why isn't that timer just, you know, if it's 1 minute to 10 minutes right now, why isn't it 15 seconds to 2 minutes? You know, or whatever it would be. Oh, good, you degraded.
Exegius now, unlike Exegius point right here, I tend to look at the game design and so on and so forth a little bit more closely these days, and when I look at high grade emissions and any other unidentified signal source, it's always really funny to see essentially what constitutes as random encounters being propped up as the main gameplay of the fucking game. And yes, it is main gameplay because, well, let's be honest, engineering is not that optional anymore if you really want to do things in the game. Sure.
If you're over 100 hours, you're engineering.
Yeah, basically that's the end game. Engineering at this point is the end game. And so for you, the main gameplay will be hunting for random encounters, just like in the fucking Skyrim, walking on the fucking road, hoping for specific counter to come up. That's how. That's literally what this is. DJ?
I have fully engineered ships and I've never done USS hunting, so I don't know what you're on about. Like, seriously, I don't do USS hunting. I don't know
So
why are
you're-
you doing it.
you're
Here,
using the
here
material
comes
trader
a
like
joke.
crazy then.
Here comes a joke. Unlike
Yeah, I
special
use-
snowflakes, we tend to do specific things and go for specific things, rather than just wait around for whatever we want to appear. But no, I get your point. Now, of course,
no,
organically,
what
when
do
you
you
play the
mean?
game, yes.
No, I do it through missions. If I want materials, I
Yes.
do missions.
Yes.
Where do you get
There's
core
also-
dynamic composites from missions? Where
Trade
do you
for
get
it.
imperial shielding from missions?
Trade
Okay,
for
you're
it.
trading
Oh, that's
for
a
it
good
in
point.
6 to 1. So then the grind there is much worse than this. And you're right, you can do it that way, right? But those of us that want to do it efficiently, that's not even close to the way to do it
The
efficiently.
material trader is definitely in need of a rebalance, particularly at
big
that
time.
level where you're trading across. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
6 to
where.
1 is
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
It should be 3 to 1.
But in all honesty, yeah, that's how I do it because, like,
So
you
let
run
me ask you
any
this-
if you run any number of missions, you've got exquisite focus crystals coming out of your ear holes.
Let me ask you this, DJ. How many engineered modules do you have?
One fully engineered crate, one fully engineered anaconda. So whatever that is,
Okay.
I don't know
So
the
I've
number,
got
but
685
Yeah.
grade 5 modules with 285 of them fully maxed out with experimentals. When you
Yeah.
do that much engineering,
Yeah.
you're forced to use high grade USSs. There's no way you can do that.
forced
using
is
material
the
traders
wrong
at
word.
mission.
Forced is the wrong word. You are because you don't have to. That's why I'm railing against forced. Yeah. Sorry
Start
to be a
doing
bit.
it as much as I do it, and then tell me it's not forced.
Yeah, and the question is like,
DJ,
how long does FDev
Yeah.
expect us to,
That's
you
a
know,
good
work
question,
for
too.
this kind of stuff? Because
That's a good
whatever
question,
they
too.
have in mind, can it really be that bad as it is right now? You know, do they really expect us to, you know, search for hours upon hours for high-grade emission sources that spawn randomly, you know, to be able to engineer a few modules, you know? Because that's what you will get at the end. You won't get too much out of it if you do it for hours upon hours.
And I think it's, by the way, just to be clear, I think it's great that the missions give material awards. In fact, one of the guys in my group suggested something I think is awesome, that instead of the missions giving you exquisite focus crystals, for example, the mission should give you a voucher for 5 grade 5 materials at a material trader.
That's
You go to the
actually a
material
pretty good
trader
idea,
and
isn't it?
I think it's fantastic.
Good idea.
Either that or start
Right.
popping missions with a
With
wider
everything.
variety
There
of
you go,
level
too.
5 materials. Yeah.
Sure. But again,
my
let
other
me-
my complaint about this one is different to you guys. My complaint with the engineering isn't having to find things from USSs. It's being forced to either mine or material hunt on planets. That's my one.
Well, then use
because,
Totally Desi.
Like I can't stand
Oh.
either
But
activity.
what
Both
else there
bore
is to
me
do
to
on
tears.
the planets?
Well,
Yeah.
They both bore me to tears. They're both
Same here.
dull, and I have to do them because they're the only thing that you cannot get through missions
Well,
and
and
material
quickly-
trader.
DJ, do you know Totally Desi, the crashed anaconda?
No.
I'll show it to you.
Oh, that's. I don't do things like
I made
that.
a video about it.
It's
I
by
find
far
things
the
like
best
that
way to do
even
it.
more boring than actually doing it properly.
Yeah, but it's efficient. It's the
Yeah,
only way
I
to
don't.
get minerals efficiently.
Dude, I never worry about efficiency. Like
That's
ever.
'cause you don't-
That's my
it's 'cause you-
play style.
we-
It's my
that's-
play
and that's
style. I
fair.
don't worry about
And that's-
efficiency.
and
It's
that's
like I
fair.
refuse to
Right.
grind. Yeah. When people go on about grinding in Elite Dangerous, I never do it. If I don't want to do something, I won't do it. This is why I don't have a cutter. I don't have the rank for it because I won't grind
You're
for
just
it.
not fabulous
bet-
enough.
you
I'm
better
sorry,
get
you're
it
just-
before-
you're,
You
not
better get that
fabulous
cutter
enough.
before the mission board changes. Yamiks, you had a point about material traders and mission
Right.
boards.
So, all right. So,
But even
if you're
if
talking
so,
about
we should probably get back
What?
to the original topic a bit because we've
Yeah,
totally gone derailed
fair
on materials and
Fair
USSs and
enough, we
whatever.
have. You're right. We have.
Yeah, so we were
all
talking
right,
about.
fuck it.
we were
Let's
talking about-
let's fuck up Yamiks. Yeah, let's do that. Let's throw Yamiks under the
Yamiks.
fucking bus. Thank you.
Go,
Fuck
Yamiks.
you. Let's move on then.
beat the dead
Go,
Yamiks.
Yamiks.
No, now I'm pouty. That's it.
Pouty
Pouty
Yamiks.
Yamiks is pouty.
Fuck you. Carry on with the exploration, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
detailed surface scanner. Did we cover that enough? Greytest.
Um,
I'm just going through the.
Right,
forum first.
there was someone I saw in the comment a while back. They were talking about asking about the makeup or the material makeup of planets. So right now, I think don't you need to go over and get a detailed surface scan of a planet, and it tells you the percentage of the materials that are down on the surface there, aren't they?
I'm not actually sure. That's a good question because I'm not sure if that HUD interface is part of the Discovery scanner or your detailed
Yeah.
surface
So
scanner.
the question was that I was pointing out there was aiming at how it exists right now. You have to do a detailed surface scan, don't you, to go and get
Right
the-
now, you have to
Yeah.
do a detailed surface
Yeah.
scan to get the
So
materials.
that was really the question. They're wondering
Yeah.
whether or not we had any idea whether you get that information from the initial.
And keep in mind that
from the initial
that was
scan or
also
from
an
the
update.
probes. Yeah,
That was also an
yeah,
update
'cause it
you
wasn't that way
used to
originally,
have
was it?
to actually go down on the planet's surface and collect all the materials there are until you knew you got all of them because
Yep.
there was a certain 3-2-1 system there.
Hence the
Um,
rock rats. Hey,
Hence, that's where we came together on
exactly,
distant
yeah.
worlds. That's just right. And then FDev decided to flick a switch because apparently back then they weren't as concerned with just flicking a switch, and suddenly you could discover all the materials on a planet with just scanning it detailed. but you know, we've lived with it, and we've became kind of inactive because of that. But that's okay. We
That's a
just
shame
look
because
forward.
they could have gone kind of halfway in between with that, and that's.
I know we had so many suggestions how to solve that in a better way, but they never acted up on any of them.
Yeah.
But again,
it
it's
may
okay.
be where we're going now with the
Exactly.
planetary
We
scanners.
managed to
Though.
look
Obviously,
forward
they're
to
going to be the surface mapping is going to pick up stuff on the planet. They mentioned
surface
unusual
mapping
things rather
and
than
whatever else
resources,
gameplay will come for the SRVs in the future, and hopefully,
exactly.
hopefully also new SRVs. That's like the biggest thing for us right now.
You think that might be? You think
I
we might
want
get
my
that?
space
I'm
tank.
very careful about suggesting it might be part of Q4. I heavily
that would
hope
be
for it, but I've never
be
even
such a
heard
nice-
any subtle hint about it, so I
Yeah.
doubt it.
It'd be such a nice surprise, wouldn't it?
It would be.
So
I
I can't.
would freak out.
I just can't let this slide. Now,
Please.
yeah. So basically, if we get a fucking space tank, we got something for free that Star Citizen has to pay for.
Nice.
Because I just cannot not mention it.
Take that.
And
tonight
it's not only a
Oh.
tank. Like there's so many things you could do. You could have like a racing
Of
SRV. You
course.
could have like a
Oh.
a
Cargo
mining
carrier.
SRV, cargo SRV. Yeah, there's so many
Yes.
purpose-built
Yeah,
stuff you could have. Or
So many people in my chat are saying multi-crew SRV, two-seater
Oh
SRV.
no.
yeah,
No, please,
hot topic.
but it's
It
not
would be
coming.
awesome if they can make it work
would
for
work.
sure. And maybe new modules for the SRVs allow them allow them different.
Engineerable SRVs.
Yeah, example, or
kidding?
allow them
Oh,
different
God.
loadouts, like for the fighters.
kidding.
There could be so many possibilities there, and they just
Yes.
haven't touched that feature in years.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still to this point. I've said this a lot that if you'd have told me a year and a half ago when we got multi-crew that we still wouldn't have multi-crew SRV or any real feature addition to multi-crew, I would not have believed it. And here we are. It's just, it kills me that we don't have it yet. And I think DJ, were you trying to chime in?
The irony
Yeah,
of
your
what you
vendors.
just said there is that the next update has quite a large update for SRVs, for multi-crew, sorry, not SRVs. The fact that exploration will be a multi-crew activity at long
Oh, I think
last.
that's nice, but I would not call that a large update to multi-crew.
I think an awful lot of people would massively disagree with you. Mainly because it does open up an entirely new playstyle that at the moment is completely non-existent in multi-crew.
Yeah, so
There
really
is
From
yeah,
no-
0
no,
to 1% is nice.
Right,
Yeah,
and then-
that's massive improvement. But
Okay,
realistically,
but then you've got
speaking,
It's not 1% though.
Going through, following DJ's
That was
point
analogy,
there,
buddy.
though, yeah, but you're going to add mining into that. We know that's being included in multi-crew as
Oh,
well, isn't it?
that's a very good point.
So
Yeah,
that's another thing, yeah.
yeah.
We've had
So
multi-crew.
Not saying it's completely fixing multi-crew, but obviously they're integrating it into mining. They're going to integrate it into.
But we've had multi-crew mining since day one, haven't we?
right, but
No.
we got
Mining
the
lasers.
you
we
can
got the
take.
new we got the new mining feature coming up.
Yeah. Which again, totally psyched about, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
well, I guess okay.
but
so let me
what'll
be
happen is
specific.
that each person will have something to do within the ship whilst they're mining. That's not how it
And
is at
that-
the moment,
yeah.
is it?
And
Yeah.
if that's true, that's fantastic, right? But again, the two biggest things that hold back multi-crew is not being able to mix wings and not being able to use the SRV. Right?
You
Yeah,
can't
but
convince me those are not the two biggest.
That's a
missing
mechanic
features.
thing, isn't it, rather than a
And-
gameplay
and-
thing, yeah? Which
Yes.
And I
obviously
disagree.
unfolds to gameplay.
I would
things,
say
but-
that the
Been wrong
broken
before.
fucking code is what makes multi-crew garbage.
That's
The
another
biggest
one.
problem with
That's another
multi-crew
one.
by a
Come
long way is its stability. That's
Yeah,
its
okay.
biggest problem. It's that
But that's a bug.
multi-crew.
That's not a feature.
No, but that doesn't change the fact that it's its biggest problem. Yeah, the good things about
Okay.
multi-crew, when it works, multi-crew is wonderful. Let's all be honest about that. When you get a group into a multi-crew instance, particularly with combat, that's the only thing that's really worth it at the moment. It's fucking great. But getting into that instance really relies on you going into the instance and then multi-crewing people in. Traveling with them just doesn't work.
Let's just say instancing currently still messes with
Yeah.
many aspects of the game.
And that is the issue that needs fixing. If they fix that, like, not being funny, I'd love multi-crew SRVs, that'd be great, right? I'd love for multi-crew and wings, although that, I think, I understand why that's not a thing. To be perfectly honest, why? Networking and balance.
Okay, so you're talking about code fish balance in what way?
Well,
Limited to 4 commanders overall. I'll give you that, right? But
yeah,
why can't I have a crate in a wing with a Corvette, and then have the Corvette have a human crew member, and I have a human crew member, and we have 4 players?
Yeah, no, I get that. I suspect it's balancing that against a wing of 4.
How's that misbalanced? You've got 4 huge ships. I've got 2 huge ships and 2 shitty little fighters.
Yeah, the balance is entirely in favor of the wing of 4. That's my point.
Okay, so don't engage if you're in the crew of 2. I mean, how's that misbalanced? So it's misbalanced to have those 2 people be in a wing and not have fighters with them? We're getting way off topic. Let's go back to exploration.
No.
You and I can debate this later.
Yeah, no, but the point, you've driven me entirely off point. The point is, multi-crew A has some updates coming to it, and B, to suggest that Yamiks said about 0 to 1%, analogy or not, it's not 1%. The entirety of exploration, including earning money from exploration whilst doing multi-crew, is open. That's a big deal. That really is. That's
Let's
opening
move
up an
on.
entire gameplay style to multi-crew.
I agree, DJ.
And for me,
I
it's
agree.
actually, for me,
I agree with Yamiks.
well,
What? Okay.
for me, it's the biggest news in the update. The fact that winged and, like, in particular, winged exploration, even more so than multi-crew for me, is going to be a thing. That's a giant thing for me. And that is probably the biggest news of the update for me, personally.
I mean, honestly, I do agree with the fact that, sure, yeah, now with wings you can make money together, scanning things, and that's great. Though, well, yeah, the fact that you're going from 0 to speed of like 1 meter a second and so on and so forth, there's a big improvement. But realistically speaking, when you look at where the other types of gameplay are, wing-wise, of course, and co-op gameplay-wise, then exploration is the one thing that really is lagging behind tremendously. That is what I meant by that analogy. So there you go. That's about it.
Did
Are
we
we
cover the DSS enough?
I
Again,
think
I'm
so.
just looking at the forum post.
Yeah, I think the point we kind of
I'd
went
be
off
interested to
rails
hear what
there
your
was
thoughts are on
it's-
getting down to the planet's surface and finding things. What sort of things would you be happy to find? The things that people have found
Well-
so far? Is that all right for you guys, or would you like things that are interactable in some way? I mean, are you just happy to go down and find like new versions of brain trees or whatever hasn't been found
Let's keep
yet?
in
or-
mind
I want
that
new
for
stuff, but-
for that to happen, you have to engage with, let's call it, the deepest level of exploration that will be there. You know, you actually have to go to the planet and launch your probes at it
Yes,
at least.
there's already
to
a
be
load of
able-
Yep, there's gameplay up to that point. I was just asking
Yeah, and
what your
I-
thoughts and feelings are on finding things just as things to see on the planet, or as opposed to things that maybe you can interact with.
Well,
Oh,
Like,
what I mean,
You know, another
yeah.
point would be when you get missions. and
answer
you've
your
got-
own
you've got-
question, Ant. What do you think?
Right, so
And of
on
saying-
some
and
some of the missions we get, you have to go and find the base on the planet, don't you? And the base 9 times out of infiltration missions, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So how about if they were relying on the new mapping system instead? How would you feel about that sort of thing? Yeah. So before you can just locate them, you've got to use a new
it
discovery.
would at least make sense. Keep in mind, though, that if you do that, then people who actually do these missions will also have to change their loadouts
Yes, you've got to
accordingly.
change your
If they
loadout.
suddenly
Yeah.
require. I mean, that's not a bad thing per se. I'm just saying that it has some other effects if you require new gameplay to achieve something.
Yeah, but I think the idea of doing that isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not. It's not bad per se. No, not at all.
But you can kind of turn it the other way around, and
To me, it's pretty basic.
You could kind of say you don't have a mission. You're flying out near one of these planets in the bubble, or maybe just outside the bubble, and when you're scanning, you don't find a brain tree down on the surface of the planet, but instead you find a base, and at that point, maybe you get one of these missions offered to you, the ones that come through in deep space.
Oh yeah,
To
the
me,
jump
it's quite
mass
simple. The more
terrible missions.
sense it makes, the more self-integral it is. You know, the more sense it makes, gameplay-wise, all the better. Like, I'm all for it. it would make sense that such a base would probably not have exact coordinates because they don't know exactly where they is, your mission givers. So it would make sense for you to have to bring a scanner along and find it in the first place. Totally agree with it. And yeah, it would also make sense if you stumble upon something that it might be of interest and you might get a mission from it, or you might get, I don't know, materials from it, whatever. Though you have to keep it consistent as well. So if you were to actually probe a whole planet, then technically you should see everything there is on that planet. And if that's not consistent, if there's just stuff spawning for specific missions, for example, that you can't find otherwise, then I'm not all for that.
What about everyone else?
The question was about what exactly?
I
Right,
think
so
you
finding
down on a
interactable
planet.
things down on the planet rather
Yeah.
than just finding...
Okay, so
Yeah.
oh right, so that was the whole fucking thing. I drifted
how would I
off,
say
sorry.
no to that?
No, overall, okay. So the alternative is to just go and look at it immediately by your own eyes, and spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours just searching for something. Yeah, you know what? This galaxy is already huge enough that I might as well take a little bit of a fucking shortcut, especially considering that this is a goddamn 3,300 year, something like that. So some space magic would be appreciated. So.
Well, I think,
Yes.
Sure. I think to answer the question, interactable stuff on planets would be great, right? I think that, I have three things I'd say. One is the rewards for that. I would want them to be good. And I don't necessarily mean credit rewards, right? Finding even brain trees, I think are cool as shit, right? Finding something new that, that we haven't seen in the game yet, some new kind of life form, I think would be interesting, right? But I think if there's some sort of payoff there, I think we maybe would all agree that the current, like when you just get those pop-up missions that come in, to me, they're so absurd. It's akin to going to the CFO of a Fortune 500 company and saying, "Hey, I'll pay you $5 if you do my taxes."
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? I'm an elite level combat pilot, and you're offering me to go murder somebody for 20,000 credits?
That's something
It's
that Turgeon
insulting.
keeps going on about.
Oh,
that
it's absurd.
I think FDev can't quite make up their mind what we are supposed to be in this galaxy. On the one hand,
Right,
they treat
right.
us as absolute nobodies, where people talk to us like we're worth nothing. We're just anybody. But on the other hand, we are lore-wise kind of supposed to be, and our gameplay-wise, I would argue it would make sense that we are this elite kind of group
Right.
of commanders. The only
Well,
ones
look,
that are.
offer that mission to a harmless level or a competent
Yeah,
level.
I agree.
Pilot,
It should be
right?
coupled
But
to
when I'm
that.
an elite level, when I'm triple elite, and you're offering me a mission that pays 20,000 credits, that's going to take me, more than 30 seconds, you can fuck off. There's no way I'm doing that, right?
Well,
So I think
Exegius, you
they're
can
cool
hope.
from a lore. Well, I think it's cool from a lore perspective of like making things feel alive and stuff. I like that aspect, but now I just giggle when I see them come in. I don't even read them anymore, right? But back to the question that Ant asked, right? So I think if there was a reward for that of some sort, I'm great with it. But the bigger question that I have, and again, I don't know if this has been answered or what you guys think is, it seemed to me the answer to this was yes. When you do scan a planet and, hey, there's brain trees here, is it going to be, hey, there's brain trees here, or hey, there's brain trees right here, here's the POI marker, you fly right to it? Meaning, once you've mapped it, we don't have to worry about the coordinate navigation flying bullshit anymore.
It's the
I
lag.
think I can-
That's
Yeah,
exactly
it is,
how it's going to
yeah.
be working, yeah.
It
Yeah,
reveals
You'll be able to
where
go
it
straight
is.
to
That's
it,
what
yeah. Yeah,
okay,
let's go
that's
straight
what
to
I
it.
thought, and
Hold on,
that is
hold on.
fucking fantastic.
There's
if that's true.
2 stages to this, as far as I've caught that correctly. If you are in this HUD overlay where you look at the gravitational anomalies and
Yep.
you actually like home in on one object that you're interested, and you get its signature and you resolve it for yourself,
Okay.
then you will already get the information if there might be something interesting on that object you've just resolved. You get these materials on the top right-hand corner, and then to the next to that on the right side, there was this blank space in the example image of the gas giant. That's where Adam said there will be like a list of interesting anomalies, exotic materials or whatever else it might be that might be on that, or that are on that planet. It gives you that information. if you want
Yeah,
to
and
know
then
where
that's-
exactly that stuff is,
That's great.
then you will have to fly there and launch your probes and map the
Yep.
thing, and then you will get the
Yep.
location. That's how I understood
Then I
it.
think if that's true, and that's the way I've kind of understood things or been reading into things. To me, that might be my single favorite change for the exploration. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
to me
I
sounds
think
perfectly fine.
Yes. The fact that we all have to do, and I think planetary navigation it's a skill that that I think the game wants you to learn and wants you to engage in. And to a small degree, I don't hate it. I somewhat enjoy it, right? But I think it's so tedious and so frustrating for most commanders, right, that it makes things like that so prohibitive. Right. I mean, I know like the guys in my play group, even the advanced ones, a lot of times will follow me down to sites because they have a hard time finding things, when we have the coordinates or something. Right. So I think having that dedicated POI, hey, look, there's something cool right here, even if it doesn't say brain trees, if it just says something cool and, you have to get within a certain distance to resolve it. Again, totally great. Right.
To sort of talk along the same lines, one of the things that someone in the Sovereignty said when they saw all of this was that it meant they were actually going to be able to interact with things like the brain trees and the meta-alloy sites and that sort of things. The barnacles, I mean, because she doesn't understand the coordinate system. She hadn't learnt it, and this is just opening it up and making that content accessible to her, which I think
for graphical idiots,
probably...
it'll be useful. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's
I am
probably
too
the
quite
most important
topographical
thing.
idiot, to be
Yeah.
honest.
It's probably the most important
So,
thing of the whole update for a huge number of people. Like for a lot of people, it's going to open up so much, make so much more accessible.
No, overall, yeah, I'd say overall the thing is, we get to discover these whatever thingamajiggies, unique places on the planets ourselves without having to go through the fucking disgustingly horrible and difficult puzzles, if you can even call them, to just find something. So yeah, this is beneficial for the casuals, and guess what? Making it overly hard is also a really bad thing.
And of
So
course,
the
for
more-
anybody that doesn't, no, go ahead. Sorry, yes.
The more you can make this sort of exploration, exploration actually probably is one of the more casual gameplays, as a matter of fact, and having it being probably the most in-depth, yeah, it's nice, but how about we not make it overly hard all the time? And here we are, at least giving that bonus, which is nice. So, unless they fuck up something, which, let's be honest, is a good opportunity there. I mean,
Well, the fact that they now
Yeah.
have a beta again, which they didn't for the last couple of updates,
right.
is very positive to me because that will give additional feedback and hopefully rule out most of the obvious bugs.
Because they fixed bugs that get reported in beta. Let's see. 9
oh,
months
sure.
later, the interdiction reticle on the challenge on all the alliance ships is still broken. I reported it.
Crime
for
and
hours
punishment
of the
and the
first beta.
fines.
All
Yeah,
right.
that definitely got fixed
Can't
too,
argue
right?
with that.
I mean, fuck. I keep just sounding the fucking bell
detecting
about
these
the
issues
crime and
is one
punishment,
thing,
but
and
no.
actually acting upon them is a whole different thing. I see that.
Right.
Let's hope AFTF gets better at that in the future. You
So
could bring up many more points of things that are just a little bit off still in the game for years now.
Why don't we move on to the first map feature? Thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
I mean,
Sounds
I
good
guess
to me,
I
yeah.
don't think there's
More places
Yeah,
to put your name.
Obsidian's-
Yay!
Obsidian's been quiet. Why don't you lead us
Yeah,
on
go
that,
ahead.
Obsidian?
I'm not the big fan of having names on things. If I
Okay.
get my name on the planet as first, I'm not too worried about that. It's not a reason for me to go out and find a planet anyway. The thing that I'm most interested in exploring, and this is probably where the mapped area will come in, is finding a planet that's visually appealing. So you can go down
Let's
on it and
be
get
honest,
some
it's-
good landscapes, and you can get some good
it's for the screenshots, right?
horizons. Well, it's for that.
Well,
and
it's
that's
what
the
it's all about.
experience of being around there. It's, when I go out in nature, I like doing a lot of walks in nature. Every time I go on holiday, I like to walk through mountains or forests. I don't do that so I can take photos. I do that because I like the
You do it to
experience of it.
experience
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll quite
Agree.
happily go without a camera. And
Absolutely.
I certainly don't go there to get my name on it. So I think the downside of the exploration change is going to be it's going to make it harder to find those kind of things, because you can jump into a system right now and do an advanced discovery scan and it'll reveal the planets, and you can get quite close without a detailed map when you zoom in on the system map, and you can get a bit of an idea on whether that planet's going to be worth travelling over to. So for me, having the first mapped by a tag would be nice, I guess. If you can have one of the planets.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you can have it on one of the planets that's an interesting planet. But the problem is going to be you don't know whether or not it's an interesting planet until you've
mapped it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think it'll be
again,
interesting to see what things are.
there's still the argument that there should be effort to get that map.
I don't think
agree
so.
with that.
Hold on. Don't confuse mapping with resolving it, because I think, yes, I agree that step of just honking and getting the system map and being able to look at it, that is gone or will be gone then, yes. But I think you don't need to map it. What will be enough is to, go into your HUD, resolve the thing with, just from sitting at the star, because then you already
that's actually
get
a
an
good
image
point,
from
yeah.
it.
That's actually a good point.
And once you have that resolved image, then you can make a judgment
Decide
if it's
whether or
worth
not to go
flying there
map it. Yeah,
and
that's
mapping it.
a very, very good
So
point.
yes, there
yeah.
is an extra step there, but I don't think it's as dramatic as having to map it to
yeah.
see if it's worth it.
That's a good point.
But let's be honest, human beings like to have their names put on things or named after them, so this is one of those typical human vanity parts, so...
But imagine a wing of 4 going out, first discovering a planet, and then another wing of 4 going there and mapping that planet together. You will have 8 names on one object.
No, I think it's a first map. It's only going to have a single name, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a question if that's also, if they talked about multi-crew activity.
Everyone in the crew, yeah.
I think those tags will also be shared between multi-crew or wing members. I think wings work in the same way in that regard. So, in theory, I think you should be able to have 8 names on one object, first discovered and first mapped.
Yeah, there are already dual discoveries out there. So,
I've seen quadro discoveries. If you have a wing of 4 and you are in the system together and you scan something, then all 4 people in the wing get the tag.
No, I think the first person that actually does the physical job of not scanning, but first mapping, gets the tag.
Nope.
That's how it should be.
No, because then you could never get 2 names on one object if it's only the guy who discovers it or who scans it. As long as you're in the wing and you perform the scan in the wing, I think you have to be in system. I'm not sure on that, but I think you have to. Then everybody who's in the system at the time of the scan gets the tag once cashed in. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it is. Or at least supposed to be. It might be buggy as well, because wings are also still a bit buggy sometimes.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people. Only one person needs to scan it, and the group get the discovered tag.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I understood as well.
Well, bonus, yeah, but the tag. Whatever. At this point,
locked already. Like, obviously, they said Sol, like Earth was already going to be first discovered or first mapped.
It'd be just weird that sometime in the future.
World. Right? Yeah, of course. I mean,
I assume that the core worlds will be fully mapped.
I don't think I'd say the core. I would think that obviously everything in Sol would be. I think Jameson, everything in Shinrarta would be. I think, maybe the capital systems, the big places like that. I think that makes sense.
I'm not talking about the whole systems. I'm talking about the chief planets.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. The chief planets in the core worlds will all be fully mapped.
Well, you guys heard Zulu Romeo ask if you could map stars or black holes, because clearly he wanted to be the first to map Sag A.
Yep. Wanted that double tag, right?
Yep.
I met him at Fantasticon. Lovely chap.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I've met him a couple of times now, but he was at Fantasticon. Yeah. He had the flying cap on.
I don't think I met him.
Oh, god damn it. I'm so bad at this. Anyways, okay, let me embarrass myself even further. Most of the people that I met in both Frontier Expo, LaveCon, and Fantasticon, I don't remember names. Sorry, folks, but that's just me. Okay, moving on. Next topic.
Multi-crew is the next one on that list, but we've kind of nailed multi-crew a fair bit in this already. Is there anything we didn't point out in multi-crew? And which, by the way, just to be clear, I do think any addition to multi-crew I think is great. right? I mean, so I'm all for anything that gets us to play together more. I mean, I hate cargo missions. It's probably it might be my least favorite thing to do in the entire game, but I actually kind of legitimately enjoy, winged cargo missions, because of the social aspect of it. So anything that adds that to me is definitely a win. Well, seems like we got lots to share.
Everybody is
I think that's the
content.
quietest we've been.
No, okay,
Yeah.
so
Everyone agrees.
So we summarize the whole exploration changes.
I think we've covered it all.
Okay,
Did
well,
any-
to summarize, yeah, I didn't really talk that much because, I did actually constantly
One
mention
point
these
we
things.
have to mention, just in case somebody
Ah,
hasn't
go.
watched the live stream or heard the news yet. If you are currently out there in the black as an explorer, you will not have to return to the bubble to get any new sort of modules or anything. The current modules will be converted over to the new functionalities. So you will have all you need out there to perform, all the scans and everything. Don't worry about it.
I think it's also worth pointing out that the probes that you need out there to scan the planets, they're from synthesis, so you
Yes,
won't
they can
need
be
to purchase them,
synthesized as well.
and you won't need to store them in your cargo as they're stored as ammo, effectively.
One big point, though, regarding exactly that, and I think people have brought it up in the stream as well, that will only work well, I think, if you can also synthesize SRVs in the future, because
Yeah,
once you run
SRVs
out
to-
of SRVs
yeah.
out there, and you don't have a mining laser with you, you have no way of getting any more materials to keep synthesizing your probes, and then you will, at some point you will be unsustainable. As long as you can keep your SRVs alive, that's fine, but accidents happen, and if you can't synthesize them, then yes, it's a finite resource and you can't explore forever, which is certainly a big point, and they should address that publicly, I would say.
I do remember years ago that Frontier actively said that they don't really want people being out there forever, and I think now people are actually
then
doing that sort of thing.
they
Now,
don't want
They didn't.
people to
I
enjoy
think,
their
I think
game?
I think they've changed their mind since then. But that was
Yeah.
that was one of the very early comments that Frontier said it would be very difficult to get out into deep space. DJ, I probably remember this. Very difficult to get out in space, and
change
people
their
would have
mind,
to.
because
No, I'm sure they have.
if they
because
didn't, then they would gravely misunderstand what their community wants.
it was
Oh
one of those.
wow! Wait, what? Frontier misunderstand what we want? Huh? No. No.
couldn't
Say,
be.
say.
I'm not sure, but do I detect sarcasm there? I can't tell.
No. Not at all.
Never. Me?
I thought so.
No.
I was just thinking, am I the only dumb American here today? I am, aren't I? It's just. It
Well,
must be
Proxim's not around, so yeah. you
Exactly.
can-
I'm the only idiot American here, so it's probably hard to understand me, but yeah, little sarcasm there. But I would agree that I think they've changed their stance. I mean, can you imagine what the backlash had been if they'd made us come back to re-outfit new modules? Oh my god!
Get
Yeah,
fucked,
they're-
son.
At
Oh,
least
man.
they predicted that on their own.
Exactly. I'd like to try to give them credit where credit's due, and they at least saw that, the foresight there. So
Yeah.
I think one of the things we haven't touched on just briefly is one of my other big questions is what's the ammo capacity of the Discovery scanner going to be? Are we assuming we're still only going to get a single class 1 Discovery scanner? Would there be other ones with larger ammo? And what's the synthesis recipe going to be? Is it going to be like limpets, which suck, or is it going to be like life support that's nothing?
They've touched on it on the stream. I think
Yeah.
he didn't want to give a exact number.
Right.
I think he said
Right.
in a few hundreds, maybe like
Yeah.
a 200 or so might be a good number to start off
That's
with.
the number I've had in my head is 200.
We don't have any information on the synthesis prices of the probes, and we don't. He didn't want. I think he said they consider of giving different classes of module to maybe or engineer. I think is actually what he said, to increase the ammo capacity there. So that would.
I think you did say that, didn't you? Right.
That would
you're right.
kind of suck for people who are out there, because they don't have an engineer around. But on their next trip they can prepare better.
But I don't see how you necessarily complain about that. How do you do
No,
that?
that's fine.
Right. You give the ability to engineer as long as the base module is good. right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if
And
the base
I
model
think-
gives you 50 and engineered gives you 500, that would be a kick in the pants, right?
Yeah, I think they could also be a bit generous and maybe, give you an actual full ammo load for, for the starters and don't give you an empty capacity.
Oh, I would certainly think so too.
Here you have the new module.
Just
but
like
yeah,
with
no,
missiles, you need to
I was
restock
about to
because
say,
that
looking
makes
at
sense.
looking at you, missiles. How many times have you
That's true.
taken off after
That's
loading missiles onto your ship?
Not
and
only
Too
gone,
many.
"Oh,
One is
Limpet
too many.
controllers as well. There should be a warning to not leave without actually
EDDI.
buying limpets.
Just
Yeah,
quickly,
I know.
EDDI
I
will
use
do
that
it.
as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
But if you
Just
don't,
so everybody
have that-
knows, if you guys don't know, EDDI will do that. If you have a limpet controller and no limpets in your cargo,
Funnily
I'm
enough,
calling
it will
for
sometimes also warn you if
redone
you
on
actually
the-
have limpets with you.
it does. But still, at
Yeah.
least, yeah. Sorry, Ant, what was that?
Now I've got a question about whether
Yeah.
you picked up on it, 'cause I didn't see the whole live stream last night. I don't know if they would have answered it. Do we know if there's any difference between the basic discovery scanner, the intermediate one, and the advanced?
They're
with the
getting
new
rid of the
changes?
others. We're just going to have advanced. I
So
think
they're all
they
gonna be
said.
They,
converted
no,
to
no,
one.
they said they hadn't
They
made
will
that. No,
be merged
they
into
didn't-
one module, and
Yeah,
you
that's
will
what I
probably
understood.
be reimbursed
That's-
for if you had the advanced one, for example. You will get a bit of money back, but that's not
That's
the big
what
point.
they've
I
said
think.
they're looking at, but they haven't,
right, they haven't
made
confirmed
the
that
final
yet.
decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That was that. It was very
I'll be
much couched
shocked if they
in.
don't.
We're looking at this because
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they don't do that. Because the
Yeah.
others are retarded. Nobody's buying those.
Well, I want to see really
Especially
how,
given
how
the prices are so
the
little.
different tiers would fit into the new mechanics, really. Unless you detect
That's
yeah.
the
the
other problem. Oh,
detecting the
actually, here's
missions at
something
different
that,
stages, but
what was the other? And I didn't even realize this. The question that they were stumped on, which is, I didn't even know that non-Horizons doesn't have synthesis, and so how are you going to synthesize limpets if you're not in Horizon, or synthesize DSS ammo if you don't have Horizons? That was asked on stream, and the look on their faces was, we hadn't
Yeah.
thought of that, basically. Right?
Oh,
and is
snap.
that true that non-Horizons can't do any synthesis?
I haven't
I
played
didn't realize
non-Horizons
that.
in a while, but yes, you can't
I haven't
do it.
played. Yeah, I haven't played.
I think you
non-Horizons in
couldn't do it.
forever.
So anyone in the chat, feel free to let us know. Oh boy. There goes the shit show once more. Wouldn't it be funny if they actually released it and they would realize, oh shit, we fucked up the non-Horizons people. Whoops.
Well, I mean, look, at this point,
there's another
my answer-
kind of theory to that. I don't know if it's people bring it up on the forums quite a lot, and I don't know if you've seen it mentioned, but oh my god, I'm losing track of where I was. What was it that that's it? They're dropping Mac support, aren't they?
Yeah, they're dropping Mac support for
Right.
Yeah,
And
Yep.
one of the theories of that is partly because the Mac can't do planetary landings, and it's not a problem at the moment.
Well,
It's not the problem at the moment because you've got separate clients for Basic Horizons and for Horizons and Basic Elite, and the theory is that maybe Elite will be merging Horizons into Elite,
I
and
was
there'll just be
gonna
one.
say that.
Yeah.
About the damn fucking time, though.
I
Yeah, I mean,
have
look,
been
at this point, who
praising
does not-
for
Right,
years
I mean,
now
guys,
that they should
if
stop
anybody-
selling Horizons separate or the base game separately from Horizons. By now, it should definitely be one package.
Yeah, if anybody listening, if you've been playing Elite for more than 20 hours and you enjoyed it all, Horizons is not DLC. It's the game. Am I wrong, guys?
Pretty
Horizons
much, yeah.
technically is at this point a proper expansion,
I mean,
and it
yeah,
does
it's-
go for it. The biggest advancements are
Not
rather
optional is what I'm getting at, basically, for
It-
anybody that's going to really be playing the game.
no, it is optional.
Yeah,
see,
but come on. Like, would you play without it?
it's optional if you don't play combat, if you don't go for
Exploration.
any min-maxing. But
Again,
everything else,
I don't see
yeah.
why it should be optional. Like, there's no point
agree.
in keeping those two separate. Like,
Completely agree.
everybody should have the specs to run. Like, if you don't go down on planets because your PC can't handle it, yet then don't do it. But the base game, you can still do all the same activities. It just shouldn't be sold separately anymore.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine
I
the
agree.
price difference on FDev's side is, so enormous that they have to sell it separately because, they need to earn that extra money. I think they're doing quite well.
No, they
I would
don't.
argue
They
it
don't.
would do more good if they kept the player base more
you know,
consistent and more
this
together,
is-
less split up.
This is random. Somebody in my chat just pointed out something very random, that if you merged them together, you wouldn't be able to recover to orbit anymore. Like if something crashes on the planet, you exit out and you log in on Horizons and you're back into orbit. I've had to do
Mhm.
that a few times in my day. I mean, that's minor. I don't think that's enough of a reason not to do it.
I'm not saying they have to merge the two. I'm just saying they shouldn't sell them separately. Of course,
I
you should
agree.
still
Yeah,
be
I get
able
what
to
you're saying.
just log
Launch them
into
separately.
base Elite Dangerous and launch Horizon separately, to
Well, you
fix
gotta
these
think,
issues.
At
But
some
they
point,
should
just from
be
a
sold separately.
workflow, them having to deal with thing perspective, a management perspective, they're going to need to just roll it in and just make it quote unquote the game. I mean, are we really going to have the base game, Horizons, and then whatever version, let's call it version 4.0? Yeah, Beyond, and you're going to have 3 different separate things. That seems like it's getting kind of silly. At that point, you would think they would take Horizons and just sell it as part of the base game, and then the new expansion is what you buy separately, and you buy 2 separate things at most.
Yeah.
But now we're way off topic.
Oh my.
What was the topic? Nobody knows.
I guess it's true. I guess it's true.
Exploration, technically. So
Yeah,
somewhere
and I
in
guess I did
amongst
take us
the
there.
Let's explore new business opportunities.
Oh god.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
explore new paint jobs on the store.
Oh no! No,
Jesus.
please.
I think today the
No.
Crypsis paint jobs came out for the Vulture. Dun dun dun.
Uh,
I never got what's up with these Crypsis paint jobs. Like, they don't look that special to me. Like, I don't get that dark and bright thingy.
I don't
The only
care.
paint jobs I like are the Black Friday ones.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm a black car guy. Every car I've owned in the last 15 years has been black. So
Pulse paint packs. They're gorgeous. I want my ship to look like
Oh.
it's from Tron.
DJ, we just disagree on everything. I fucking hate those. I hate them mainly. You know what? Let me clarify. I think they look good from not on my ship, but when they're on my ship, they just absolutely wreck the view in VR so bad I can't stand them.
I adore them, and they are my babe. They're the best. I love the Pulse paint packs. I'm waiting for a Pulse paint pack for the crate.
Ooh.
Right, quickly moving back to the whole exploration then topic. There's anything else left? If not, then I guess I can quickly, easily summarize it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nothing? Okay, so summary. Question I pose to everyone watching. If the proposed exploration would come out as the main thing, as the, the standard exploration that we have as right now, right? And then developers would announce, all the changes to make it into exploration that we have right now as a game for, that would be coming, rather than basically swap them in place, right? Would you be happy about the change to the current system, rather than what we got right now being the advancements? I highly doubt it. So essentially, the changes that are coming are positive. The issue mostly will be from the fact that if you want to go to a planet quickly and find that planet quickly, let's say a new Guardian site is found or something like that, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more time. Well, not a little bit more time, but notably more time to find it and get to it.
That's a good point.
But everything
Well, no,
else
that will surely depend on the electromagnetic output of the site itself. I would imagine
Yeah,
the
I
Guardian
think-
site is going to light it up like a fucking Christmas tree.
It's still gonna
I
take
think
a
they've
while.
said that the
It's still
basic
gonna take
hunk,
more time.
the basic
It
hunk
still
that
will
will
take more time.
reveal the star to you will also reveal stations to you if you're an inhabited
Doesn't
system.
I'm talking about Guardian
hold on.
space, for
I know.
example.
I would argue that you could probably make that hunk also reveal any sort of active sites in the system. If there's a Guardian site there, you could probably detect that with that hunk as well, if you can detect stations with it.
That's essentially
there
how
would
it
be a
works
way-
right now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Guardian
If it's a
sites. If
POI,
you're within,
yeah.
if you're within 1,000 light seconds, then
Yeah.
you can see them.
Yeah. So I don't think that has to change for the future. I think you should still be able to just find them, because those are interesting sites that you want to get to. You don't want to discover
Yeah,
them
but-
or explore them. You want to just get there. So there should be a way to do that in a reasonable amount of
but
time without having
Yamiks
to
is
go
right.
change your HUD.
Those and kind of to Obsidian's point, while those show on our HUD as a POI, those only show when they're 1,000 light seconds. So if there's a Guardian site in the system that's more than 1,000 light seconds, I'm with Yamiks that I don't see how it's not going to take additional time. I mean,
Well,
the question is how much additional time?
Well, it
Yeah, but
depends
wait,
if they register
you don't
as a
see
POI.
them now either if they're farther away than 1,000. So
Yeah.
what's the
No,
difference?
but I know now if I know it's on planet 3A, I honk, I point at planet 3A, and I look at my POI scanner until it pops up, right?
Mhm.
it's going to take longer than that. And I'm not necessarily saying it's bad, but it's going to take longer in the new system. I don't see how
It's going to depend on how quickly you can resolve these planets
Right.
when you're in that HUD
Right.
interface.
And
if
also, if
That's
it turns
still
up
longer
as a
than the no
that's,
time.
yeah.
hang on, it's also if it shows up as a POI.
That's
If it
true
shows
too.
up as a POI, then you find it the moment you do an ADS scan.
If it's within 1,000 light seconds.
No. Not with the new system. The new system reveals the whole system's worth of POIs, right?
Yeah, that could be a good point. Yeah.
Oh,
It might-
that I haven't
might
seen.
actually
I've
be
seen
good.
they've said it reveals stations, but I haven't seen them say it reveals all POIs.
Yeah, the ADS that's how you either have to do an ADS scan to reveal, not POIs, sorry, USSs I was thinking of. But why wouldn't
Right.
it do the same with POIs?
I mean, I'm not saying it won't, but they haven't said
That
it
would
will,
make sense, right?
Why? Well, okay, but that doesn't mean that's what they're going to do.
No, but that's my assumption, certainly from what they've said.
I don't know where you're getting.
I'm
that
not
assumption.
assuming anything.
I'm
Again,
not making that
the
assumption at all.
bottom line is we just need to wait for bait and see
Right.
what it is then, because honestly, at this point, speculating is pointless.
Right.
They
Completely
did talk
agree.
about maybe showing some footage in a few weeks as well. So I guess whether that comes
be
at the
great.
same time.
Even
as
with
beta or
that,
before,
as long
but-
as we don't have anything for us tangible to touch,
No,
I don't,
understand
I
what
don't
you're saying.
care.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. You don't know what it is until you're actually playing.
Yep,
Exactly.
that's what we had the beta for.
So wait till beta, people. Don't judge too harshly or too... Well, basically, kill the hype, people. Kill the hype, for fuck's sakes.
That kind of goes both ways as well, I think. Not
kill the
you know,
negativity.
positive hype and yeah.
Be reasonable. That's
And
all we say.
unless it's obvious stuff, which is absolutely game breaking and most ridiculous thing ever, then obviously point it out. But
All right. Do we have this covered now? Should we move on to Jeopardy?
It's about our mark, yeah.
good
It
to me.
sounds like the plan.
All right. Well,
Again,
you
Judd,
guys
if anything else is coming up, if more questions or so are there, we can certainly answer them in between. I think shouldn't be an issue.
So hold on. My game just crashed to desktop, so let me just get. I mean, not playing it, but of
Hybrid
course, like
emissions
just
got
as we
you
were finishing
down.
us. No, I said fuck it a long time ago and went to dabs. In the 52 minutes I searched, I didn't find a single one.
I
just
found
finally went to
one.
dabs.
Oh wait, no, I found like
One.
2.
Okay.
So this
That's
is
the worst luck
quality
I've ever
fucking-
had in Soul. I was in Soul for
Quality
25,
motherfucking
35 minutes.
gameplay.
Yeah,
Fuck
and not
me.
a single one. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little fun that we did a couple of weeks ago with some of the guys, and play Elite Jeopardy. Greytest is gonna keep score for us. I've got the board. Let's see. There's the round one board up on my screen, and you guys are doing the same. Is that right?
I am just about to, yes.
Okay, cool. So let me know when you guys have the board up on your screen.
One
For those
second.
that are in the U.S. or have seen the U.S. version of Jeopardy, we're
Prepare
not
for
necessarily
blue
doing
screens.
Yeah, we're not necessarily doing it in full
Boom.
Jeopardy. They have to answer in the form of a question format. We're just doing basically trivia with Jeopardy style scoring. So that is whoever leads us off will pick a category and then a point value. To make it quick, if you guys just say a category, I'm going to assume the next point value, but you can jump around if you want. If you get it right, you get that number of points. If you get it wrong, you lose that many points. So the risk goes up as the rounds go through. I've got a final Jeopardy question for round 2. We did have, I want to say there were 2 questions maybe that are on here that the answers we determined later were incorrect. I now know what the correct answers are. So on those, even though the answers that might show on screen say something, we did determine that they were wrong. And the way we'll do the buzzing, the guys know where we're buzzing in Discord. It's basically whomever I see buzz in first gets it. I'll try to separate each with the little lines so we can keep it separate.
Clear hundreds. Clear 100.
That'll do it too. Okay.
Yes. There
Gotcha.
you
Just
go.
clear 100.
Yeah. Exclamation mark. Clear 100.
There you go. Thank you. Let me get that on my clipboard.
So there you go.
Perfect. That's great.
There you
Okay,
go.
great.
All
Okay,
righty then.
And since I think Obsidian has spoken the least today, I'm going to nominate him to pick our first category and question. So everybody can see the categories are bugs and features, feature timeline, hard points, defenses, and exploration. So Obsidian,
Cool.
where you want to go?
Just a couple of people asking here about if we were going to talk about board flipping.
We did so already, didn't we? Oh my god, it's been such a
We
fucking
can-
thing.
We can beat that
That
dead
was-
horse.
I mean,
if we want
fine.
to.
massive
I
topic.
released a video on this today, for fuck's
saw
sake.
that.
Let's beat the dead horse if we really want to, or we can actually have fun and play something. The fuck do you want? I want
For the
some
latter.
fucking fun.
I'm going to choose bugs and features.
Bugs and features. Okay,
Yeah.
bugs and features for 100. And again, guys, I'm watching the pasted. So,
No clicking.
common reason you're unable to dock. Common reason you're unable to dock. Wow.
Occupied
Nobody?
landing
Okay.
pad.
All right, Yamiks.
Occupied.
Would that be incorrect orientation?
That's a no. Nope,
Fuck
incorrect.
me.
Wait, I don't think that came through. Let's see, there we go. Nope, incorrect. Anybody else? DJ.
Pad's taken.
Pad is taken. That is correct. 100 points
Oh
for DJ.
come on!
Remember, these are bugs
Huh?
and features. Bugs and features. Right
Bugs-
category. DJ, to you, what category question do you want?
Let's take hard points.
Hard points for 100. What weapons cause absolute damage? That was Yamiks.
Yes, that would be the plasma accelerators.
Incomplete answer.
Okay.
What else? DJ.
The advanced plasma accelerators.
Still incorrect. They're incomplete, I would say. Anyone else? And Greytest, you're getting the scores here, right? As we go
I
along.
am.
Okay, perfect. The correct answer is plasma accelerators and plasma chargers. The new Guardian weapons do absolute damage.
Oh.
So okay, well, fine, fair enough. Yeah, okay. We need to move.
Weapons, I said. DJ,
Alright.
back to you.
Okay. We'll go with defenses.
Defenses for 100. What ship has the highest possible unengineered armor? DJ.
Corvette.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
What ship has? Okay.
Has the highest unengineered possible armor. Yamiks.
Unengineered armor. That would be Anaconda.
That is absolutely correct. The Anaconda. That was
It
100
just took me a
points.
while.
Yamiks.
Wait. So which one we have actually already taken?
So
The bugs and
we've done
features
bugs,
100.
features, hard points, and defenses. All three of those for 100 we've gone through. So we haven't
Okay,
touched
so-
feature timeline or exploration yet.
Right, and hard points. I see. Okay. Gotcha.
Where do you want to go, Yamiks?
Okay, let's go for 500 exploration, because
Oh, going
I'm
right
pretty
to the
stupid.
Top, right to the top. The first commander to discover Sagittarius A-star.
What
Oh my.
was mentioned today?
Yeah.
Fucking forgot.
DJ got
Commander
it.
Zulu Romeo.
You've given it to DJ.
Zulu Romeo is absolutely correct. When we
How
said
many-
that,
how many-
earlier today, I was like, "Fuck!" That was
How
500.
many points was that?
500.
500.
Yeah. When we said that earlier today, I thought, "Damn it, that's in the questions." Okay, DJ, where you want to go?
Let's take
Going
exploration for 300.
Okay, and my guys, sorry, you guys tell me if that fixed the echo. Sorry about that, guys. Exploration for 300. Maximum super cruise speed possible. DJ,
Oh, he's so fast.
2005 C.
that is incorrect for DJ.
Oh.
I saw Obsidian was next.
2001.
2001 is correct. That's 300 to Obsidian. All right, where do you want to go, Obsidian?
Bugs and features for 400.
For 400. I'm jumping around a lot today. Okay. This phenomenon creates unique ship designs. Yamiks.
I need to mention a specific type of happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some
Okay,
flexibility.
so basically two ships being, or rather two ship models being spawned in one place.
Absolutely correct. Yep, that's exactly what we were
there we
going
go.
for. Yep, for 400
Because I
points
love
for
my
Yamiks.
Beluga Conda. Yeah!
Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, Yamiks, it's to you then.
Alright, let's see. So my knowledge goes for the hard points, 500.
Wow, I love that we're jumping all around. So 500. How long does a torpedo seek before exploding?
I think somebody... DJ
Let's
first.
see, DJ.
Minute?
Minute is incorrect.
That was 500, right?
That was yes for 500.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. The answer is 3 minutes. 3 minutes is how long a torpedo will seek before it just self-destructs. I believe we were at Yamiks, chose hard points for 500. So Yamiks, it's back to you.
Oh boy. Right. So let's go for the defenses, 500.
Defenses for 500. How many megajoules are added by the 5D Guardian Shield reinforcement? Yamiks?
Let's see. That should be. Oh fuck! Exact number now.
Yep. It's a 500-point question.
Right. That has to be 348 megajoules.
That would be incorrect.
Yeah.
Anyone? Anyone else? It's Obsidian.
I haven't got an
And you
answer.
can use your
No,
chats if
I've-
your chats get you the
I
answer
haven't-
fast
I
enough.
was going to tell you what the chat is saying.
That's
we
fine.
keep having these same questions as last time or time before.
Yeah, well, you guys didn't play it last time.
That
That's
was my
why we're
answer
doing
to
these
them. That
questions.
was my answer to them.
Yeah, exactly. We played these questions for people who are listening to chat with Paroxysm, Plater, and Greytest and stuff, but these guys haven't played these questions. So yeah, Obsidian, what's your answer?
No idea.
215. That was
Oh.
500 points. 215 megajoules. Okay, I think we're back at Yamiks still. Was that right? Yamiks had the last one.
Aha! Yes, the great and powerful one as always. Yeah.
Where you want to go, Yamiks?
Okay. Well then. Well, I would be a dick if I wouldn't take all the 500 ones. Now, the question is,
We've got
which one
bugs
should I
and-
go for?
Yeah, we've got bugs and features and feature timeline are both left at 500.
All right, let me just.
I love how we're all min-maxers and you guys are going straight for the 500s.
Well, hey, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna fucking lose
Hey, love it.
spectacularly, like my landings. Okay, so bugs and
Love
features
it.
because that's
Bugs
always
and
fun.
features for 500. Okay. The bug name okay, now this, I don't know if this got fixed because these questions were before chapter 3, so we might debate this one, but the bug name shown instead of the system name on the Starport Services menu. It's a very specific answer. 500 points. Anyone? All right, I'll call that a no one. It was pound or hash $$ system name. That's what we were looking for. Remember when you would open Starport Services at the top, it'd say welcome to, and it'd say pound bang bang or pound X $$ system name.
I never encountered it, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Never
Okay,
saw it.
Back
Yeah.
to Yamiks.
And I will take the last 500.
Features?
Please.
Features timeline
Yes,
for 500.
features.
What version of Horizons was supported on OS X? What version of Horizons was supported on OS X? I saw DJ first.
None.
Absolutely correct. None. Trick question. So, yep, 500 points for DJ. While we're at it, Greytest, what's the score at the moment?
Our current score is Obsidian in the lead with 300 points, then followed by DJ with 100 points, and Yamiks on the last with minus 200 points.
Okay, not as bad. Got that.
Oh, I'm
I think
not
one
trailing
point Plater
behind
was
that
like
horribly.
-15. Yeah, and Plater was like a -1500 at one point. So I think that was DJ last. Where do you want to go, DJ?
Let's go exploration for 400.
Exploration for 400. Total number of star types Total number of stars. Yamiks?
All right, so let's see. That would be 14.
14 is unfortunately incorrect.
How many points was that?
400.
That one was a 400 point question, yeah. I had to actually look at the answer to remind myself. Anyone?
You can count in game.
That would be 15. You were very
Oh,
close.
God
Yamiks.
damn it!
Oh, sorry, Ant. Sorry, Ant.
No, I was just going to say 15 then, but
Yeah, were you counting?
I'm sure I
Everybody's
was.
like bringing up the galaxy map real fast and counting, right?
I
not cheating-
didn't do
cheating
it.
like
I
you
was
fuckers.
considering doing it, but I didn't do it.
However, you guys get the answer, right? Your chats can help.
Oh,
Whatever you
come
get the
on. That's
answer,
not fun.
right.
Meh.
And I
whatever.
think we are back to Yamiks still. Yamiks, where you want to go?
No, it was
was
me.
it DJ the last?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me, DJ.
Okay, let's go a bit easier. Let's take feature timeline for 100.
Okay, feature timeline for 100. What version of Elite added the wings feature?
God damn it.
DJ?
1.3.
I can't remember. I got to look myself.
Oh,
That is
for the love of God,
incorrect.
No, it was 1.2. Fuck.
Oh, well, don't
Oh,
tell the
thank you.
answer. And
Thank
okay,
you.
who wants to buzz in next and
1.2.
get the answer?
Yes.
All right, yeah.
1.2.
No, yeah, Obsidian buzzed in there.
What?
was
I
it
was the next
1.2?
It was 1.2.
Sorry.
Oi, Exigius, it was after DJ.
I know it was. Okay, so, but we'll let we'll let Ant have control of the board at least.
All right, fair enough.
Where do you want to go, Ant?
Features
We've
and
got exploration at 100, everything at 2, most at 3, and some at 4.
feature timeline for 300.
Feature timeline for 300. What version added ship-launched fighters? Yamiks
2.3.
is incorrect.
Oh, God damn it!
And Obsidian
2.2.
2.2 is correct. Absolutely for 300 points.
2.3 was the goddamn passenger missions. Fuck me.
That's right. And we're to Obsidian again. Where are you going to go, Ant?
Bugs and features for 400. Oh no, we're doing
We
that for
already got that. We
200.
got 2 and 300 left. Okay,
Yep.
200. This bugged message is shown when joining a wing. This bugged message is shown. Yamiks.
I think somebody was before me.
Nope. From what I see.
No. Okay. That would be leaving wing.
Absolutely correct. Leaving wing is right for 200 points. Yamiks, where you want to go?
Okay,
We have
now
some very nice symmetry on the scoreboard right now. Obsidian with 700, DJ with 0, and Yamiks with minus 700.
Nice.
fuck me.
Nice.
Anyways, okay, let's go for defenses for 100.
For 200 would be our lowest.
For
No defenses.
400.
For
defenses.
400, forgive me, for 400. Cost of the most expensive armor available. Yamiks.
How close do we need to go?
I'll give you some leeway.
How much leeway?
Like 10%, 5%. If you're, if you're
Okay,
off
well,
by-
I was looking for millions, thousands, or
if
hundreds.
you're
Million.
within 10, if you're within 10 million, I'll give you 10 million.
Okay, 10. It had to be, let's see, 400 million, 35. Yeah, 435 million.
Is incorrect.
Ah,
Ant, Obsidian.
Oh, I'm not sure which way to lean now. 745 million. I was going to go way
nope,
lower
nope,
than that.
No.
That's way too high. Way too high. Nope. Anyone else? It would be the cutter reactive armor at
Definitely.
492 million.
damn it. I knew that it was
400.
400.
Glad I stayed quiet. My gut was
Yeah.
saying 536. So.
Yeah, no, 492. Okay, so let's see. Was that Yamiks that had that one, or was
Yep.
that Ant that had the last? Okay, go ahead.
Ant
Ant.
was.
Where are we going? Obsidian.
Oh.
Wake up.
Can we go exploration for 200?
We can. Exploration for 200. Name of the highway between the core systems and Colonia. Yamiks
Neutron Highway.
is incorrect.
Ah,
For
God
a
damn
very
it!
specific name. I see DJ. Now, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but DJ would be next.
Hurt Highway.
The what?
The Hurt Highway.
That's incorrect as well.
Eh?
Obsidian, you had buzzed in. Do you want to take it?
Nope. Not now.
The
Change my
answer is
mind.
the Colonia Connection Highway. Colonia Connection Highway.
According to who?
According to the forums. And again, the answers are the answers. I might get one wrong. If I do, I apologize, but we did a bunch of research in our group, spent hours on this. So if we get one wrong, we apologize. Back to Obsidian.
Exploration for 400.
No, only thing left there is 100. So I'll take that
more
one.
100 then. Yep.
What was the original destination for Jacques Station's jump? Yamiks.
That would
Remember,
be
guys,
the Beagle Point.
Have it pasted in and ready to hit enter, right? And that is correct. It is Beagle Point. So 100 for Yamiks. So Yamiks, where are we going? We got exploration's closed
Yeah,
out.
I
We got
see.
a little bit.
Right, so I'm gonna go for the highest one. So 400 on hard points.
Hard points for 400. What weapon has the highest jitter?
Oh, fuck me.
DJ
Beam laser.
is
Like he.
incorrect.
Unengineered. I think.
Yamiks.
Well, I'm gonna guess this
Doesn't
one
matter.
because if I lose, I fucking lose.
Yeah, I should have
spectacularly.
clarified and said unengineered, but yes, unengineered. What weapon has the
Unengineered,
highest-
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that has to okay, fine. Burst laser.
Burst laser is close, but no cigar.
Oh, for the
Obsidian.
fuck's sake!
Obsidian?
I was going to say burst.
Okay, well, if you were gonna say that, then you don't
but
have to
not
answer.
now. So
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah,
said it,
that's
so.
fine. That's fine. The correct answer is the Cyto Scrambler. The Cyto Scrambler has the highest.
Oh god
by
damn it!
far.
You include those garbage things.
I said all the weapons.
Fuck you.
All the weapons. All the
Fuck
weapons.
you.
We are to
Last time I also
Yamiks.
said burst lasers.
You want? That's why I said you were close. Feature timeline for 400 is our highest dollar. If you want that one, Yamiks.
Yeah, let's go.
What month and year did Elite come to the Xbox One?
Oh fuck! I'm staying out of this one.
I see Obsidian. Sorry, I cleared that, but Obsidian.
June 2015.
Ooh, close, but
One
no
month
cigar.
or something silly.
Close, but no cigar. Anyone else want to guess? October of 2015. October of 2015. I think we are still with Yamiks. Is that right?
Sure. Okay, let's go for bugs and features. 300.
Bugs and features for 300. What ship or ships have a misaligned interdiction reticle at this moment? Yamiks.
And I remember this because of you, Exegius. and
I'm
you
a
said
mistake because I bitch about it all the time.
Yes, and that was the chieftain, wasn't it?
Is that your complete answer?
Ships? Oh, multiple ships.
I
Or
said what
ship or ships?
or
Oh, okay.
ships?
That'd be all the fucking alliance trio, the special trio kids.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I'm
Sorry,
giving
how
you
many-
extra help on that.
How
one.
many points was that? 300?
That was 300. That was 300, Gray.
Yes.
All right, we've got
Ship
5
or
questions
ships.
left in round 1. So, Yamiks, where you want to go? Features, hard point, or defenses?
Okay, let's go for defenses.
Feed defenses for 300.
300.
Total rounds of unengineered point defense ammunition. There are 2 answers all except for this one, actually.
I buzzed.
Okay, forgive me. Sorry. Yeah, Yamiks, what do you got?
Fair enough. That should be the 1,200.
1,200?
Yes.
Is that what your answer? That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else? I'm trying to give time for our chats, for your chats to help you out, right? You know, because I know there's the delay with our conversation and then it getting
I
out on
don't-
stream and getting back.
I don't
right?
look at the chats. I want to
DJ.
humiliate myself. Yes.
Yeah,
Enter
freeze-
accidentally,
freeze-
ignore it.
Okay, that was accidental. Okay,
Yeah,
no problem.
I
The
hit
answer
enter
is
accidentally.
10,000. You could say 10,012 because you get a full load and then you get 12 in the
Yeah.
clip, but 10,000
Yeah.
is what we're looking for.
But you said
Yamiks,
ammo.
got-
Well, I suppose.
Ammo, exactly. We've got hard points for 300 and then 3 of them left at 200.
All right. I'm I'm always going for the highest score, so
Okay,
let's humiliate myself even further. So hard points 300.
This kinetic weapon has no damage drop off when unengineered. This kinetic weapon has no damage drop off when unengineered. Somebody in my chat just said we should play, and I love Whose Line Is It Anyway? We should play Whose Line Is It Elite Dangerous, where the game is made up and the points don't matter. You guys know Whose Line Is It Anyway? Oh, that would be fucking hysterical. We're not that good at convenience.
Goddamn it, I have
DJ.
a couple of
We're
ideas.
going cannons. We're going cannons. We're gonna go
Cannons
cannons.
is correct. Cannons is correct. No damage drop off on cannons. Yep. Okay, we've got feature timeline, hard points, and defenses left, DJ, all at 200.
Let's take features at 200.
Features at 200. Feature timeline at 200.
Oh, yeah.
This
okay.
rarely used feature was added in version 1.4.
That's the only description.
This rarely used feature was added in version 1.4. It was the major feature of version 1.4.
1.4. Oh,
Anyone?
hello.
Yamiks.
Depends, of course, on the on the feature. Well, you probably could have written it dead, but okay, that would be CQC.
CQC is absolutely correct in what we're looking for. Absolutely CQC.
I was
Okay,
thinking
Yamiks.
power play, but no, power play was 1.2.
So,
Right. Hard points
I
and
don't
defenses.
think power play would qualify as rarely used.
Yeah, that's true. In some circles,
Right.
that's why I was like,
Sadly, CQC is rarely used. Okay, Yamiks, 200 for hard points or defenses.
I want my hard on for the points.
Hard points. How many damage types are there? Sorry, I missed I cleared it wrong. Who typed in first? Was that Yamiks I saw?
Yep.
Okay, Yamiks.
That would
how
be
many
corrosive,
damage types?
kinetic, thermal, and corrosive, thermal, kinetic, and explosive. There we go. And absolute, if you kind of count. Can we
So-
count absolute? Fuck it,
so
fine.
defense-
Let's go with absolute too.
And is that? Count them for me. 'Cause I'm looking for the
Corrosive, thermal,
Yep.
kinetic, explosive, absolute.
That is correct. 5. That's exactly what we were going for. Yep.
Okay.
That was 200 points. And our last question, defenses at 200 points. How long does chaff, unengineered, how long, and unchanged, how long does chaff scramble gimbals?
Oh, fuck me. I'm not a PvP scrub. I don't know.
Anyone? I see DJ and Obsidian typing. Anyone?
10 seconds.
Thanks. Zach just commented on my stream. He said, I just tuned in. I don't know what I've tuned into, but I like it.
Hey, Zach.
We're playing Elite Creators Jeopardy, Zach. Wait, did I see a buzz there from DJ
Yep.
first?
Yep.
Yep. What's your answer?
10 seconds.
Is incorrect.
Oh.
Obsidian, do you want to answer Obsidian?
Yeah, I'd try 15.
Incorrect. It's 20 seconds.
No.
It's 8 seconds for dispersal. If you use the dispersal experimental, it's 20 seconds for standard. Okay,
Oh,
so
there we go.
moving on to round 2, Greytest. Why don't you
Final
tell
question? No?
No,
That was the
well,
final question.
that was the final question in round 1. We can, if we want to do maybe
Okay.
half of
Gotcha.
round 2, given time, it's up to you guys, right? We can do. You want to do just the 800 and thousands from round 2, or do we want to just keep going? It's up to you guys.
We have 15
That
minutes
took about.
left.
We
Yeah,
got
that took
plenty of
about
time to
20
do the
minutes.
whole board.
I'm
Okay,
We have
confused
time to
now.
do the whole
Well,
board.
click on final questions down the bottom there, do we?
Well, no, skip that final question. We're going to use a different final question. Right? When you make the board, you put a final question at the bottom, but I've got a much better one than the ones that's there.
All right, so for
okay,
now,
so-
the
yeah,
scores
Greytest, what's your score?
are Obsidian still in the lead, but just barely with minus 300 points. Yeah, that's the lead. DJ right after him with minus 500, and Yamiks did actually catch up a bit with minus 800 now.
All right, there we go. All right, so our new categories: celestial bodies, engineers, lore, modules, and ships. And the point values have doubled. We will go with
Oh my.
Obsidian since he's in the lead. We'll let him pick our first one.
Ooh. Let's do lore for 400.
Lore for 400. The starter station from the original 84 version of Elite. Obsidian.
Oh, crikey. No,
I know this one.
Gone.
Damn it.
Wait, Obsidian, are you answering or are you giving up?
I was going to say something else, but I'm going to say Lave now.
Lave is correct. Absolutely.
Damn
Well,
you,
Just as well then.
Chats.
Yep.
Damn you,
Lave
Chats.
is correct.
Don't help him.
yeah. Obsidian's probably got the
No,
biggest.
no,
buttons
no,
and
that
the
wasn't
biggest
that
audience.
wasn't chat. I was going to say.
Don't
I can't remember
worry,
the one I
man.
was going to say is.
That was his
Yeah, okay.
intuition.
Yeah.
Good intuition. Good intuition. Okay,
Sorry.
Obsidian to you. Where do you want to go next?
Let's do Celestial Bodies for 400.
The Celestial for 400. The Earth-like orbited by the fastest known orbiting moon. Obsidian again.
Oh, I've done it again.
The name of the Earth-like orbited by that moon.
Mitterrand Hollow. Oh no!
That's
I've
the
seen
moon,
Yes,
isn't it?
that's the
Correct.
moon. It is.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, I
DJ,
know.
New Africa.
New Africa.
New Africa is absolutely correct.
There you go.
It is New Africa.
The moon
And
is
for
the
the
Mitterrand's
first
hollow.
time we
yeah,
have-
the planet is
For the first
New
time, we
Africa.
have a change on the scoreboard. DJ is now in the lead.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! Is DJ in the positive then?
No.
You know what
Okay.
would be the funniest thing? If I stayed completely silent this whole time,
You
I
could
would
probably
have
do
been
that.
in the lead. God damn it.
Okay, so we're to DJ. Where would you like to go, DJ?
Lore for 1,000.
Lore for 1,000.
Oh,
Ooh, now comes the big boy.
Ready? This man was recently engaged to the princess of the
Oh,
empire.
fuck me.
Fuck.
Obsidian.
Oh, we need the full name, I bet now, don't we? I don't
I'm
remember.
looking for the full name.
Oh,
Well, I
right,
mean,
yeah,
not looking
what-
for titles and stuff, but his
no,
name.
Rochester, but I've slipped his last name. Gone. Kick me down the stairs.
Yeah,
Kick
I
me
don't think
down
I
the
can take
stairs.
that.
No.
I don't think I can take that. I think DJ is jumping up and down to buzz in. What do you got, DJ?
Jordan Rochester.
Jordan Rochester is correct for 1,000. Well, that's a big swinging score.
That was a big swing. Look at that.
Yep. We're to well, hey, there's still a lot of points left on the board.
Yep.
We're to DJ. Where do you want to go, DJ?
Bit easier. Let's go ships for 200.
Ships for 200. How many flyable ships, not including ship launch fighters, how many and Yamiks has already buzzed in. Finish the question.
I have all of them, so I pretty much know. Now, are we counting the exclusive?
You know what? That's a great question, and I'll take the answer either way.
Okay, so without the exclusive, that would be 35. With exclusive, 36. Because
That
fuck Cobra 4, it's a piece of
absolutely what we're-
shit!
Absolutely, where we're looking for correct answer. Yep.
200 for
35.
Yamiks.
And in fact, wait, is that now the number, or with the Crusader? Because I did these questions before the Crusader launches.
It is with it.
now?
Yep, it's
It is
correct.
with the,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
35
okay.
currently is available for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yamiks, to you.
All right, so well, since we're on the ship train, let's go with the ship fucking train, eh? 1,000 for ships.
For 1,000. All right. What ship has the highest possible unengineered boost speed? Yamiks.
What ship? Unengineered boost speed. Now,
What ship has the highest
that-
possible unengineered boost speed?
this is a fucking trick question.
No, it's
this
not
is-
really.
Because there are two ships. I have
One-
tested it. There are two ships.
And by
it's
the way,
Viper
let me
An
just- let me
Imperial
clarify.
Eagle.
Questions like this are the answers are based on what we generated in Coriolis. So Coriolis
Yes.
reigns the answer here,
Yes.
right?
yes.
And one of them
It's
is one of those.
Viper 3 and Imperial Eagle. Both of them
Okay.
have the same boost speed maximum.
I'm not gonna argue because you have it half right, so I'll give it to you. But I'm 99% sure it is only the Imperial Eagle if you use performance enhanced thrusters.
Yes, both of them have the same top speed on the
692.
boost. Yes,
640?
640 both. Yes,
Okay, so I won't argue that because I don't think
I
you're the
literally
silly
test. I used to
Okay,
think that
fair enough.
Viper had the
Fair enough.
most biggest boost speed, but once it's engineered, yes, Imperial Eagle
Yeah,
with
Imperial Eagle
engineering
definitely
becomes
said, yeah.
faster with boost.
Somebody check
But
that, by
fun
the way.
fact. Probably I'm
Somebody
gonna
check
ruin
That was 1,000,
some
wasn't
of
it, the
the
one?
questions, but
That was
Viper-
1,000. Yeah, that was 1,000.
Yep.
Viper 3
Okay. Where are we
has
going?
the highest. Viper 3 has the highest non-boost speed. So if that question comes
Highest
up, think
cruising
me.
speed. Highest
Yes.
cruising speed. Yeah, gotcha.
there
Okay,
you go.
Yamiks, to you. Where do you want to go?
Okay, 2 for 800 ships.
Ships for 800. How many ships have at least one huge hard point? The Yamiks again.
So that would be Anaconda. That would be Imperial Cutter. That would be Corvettes. Let's see. Huge, right? Oh, okay. So that's further lands. After that, let's see. Did the type? No. I'm thinking. No type. No.
Exactly.
This
You don't
feels
get to
cheaty.
buzz in.
No,
and
all
then
right,
walk
fair enough,
off.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So what's your
I'll
answer?
fucking go with 5.
5 is incorrect
It should have been 4.
for 800. Anybody else? DJ.
4.
4 is correct. You had them all, Yamiks.
Yeah.
You just kept going.
Yeah, I was very uncertain about Type 10, but oh well.
Yeah, no, Type 10's all largest. It's the only one that's got 4 largest. DJ, where you want to go?
So let's go engineers for 200.
Engineers for 200. To meet this engineer, you must earn more than 15 bounty vouchers. Yamiks.
Todd Blaster McQuinn.
Todd the Blaster is correct for 200. Right. Remember, guys, have your puzz pasted into Discord, so all you have to do is hit enter. Right? Don't have to type.
I did.
Okay, just making sure.
I did
just making
too.
sure. Okay,
Aha.
Yamiks, to you.
Ships 300. Wait.
Ships for
That's
400.
300?
Or six. Oh, sorry, it's a typo. 600. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, 600. There we go.
Ships for 600.
That's the answer.
Approximate
300 is the answer.
distance. Yeah. Approximate distance, and I'm looking for within 1,000. Approximate distance from Yamiks.
That would be 65,000 light years. How close do we need to go for?
I said
the
within
number?
1,000. Yeah, I said within 1,000.
Okay,
65,300 is the rough number. 65,300. But yes, I will take that absolutely for 600.
What was the question?
And you know what? Actually, we realized last time, and I didn't fix it. That shouldn't have been in the ships category.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ships question. The question
It's
was, what's the
exploration.
approximate distance between Seoul and Beagle Point?
How the fuck did he know that? What?
First of all, how did I know that? Well,
I knew that one
DJ,
off the top of my
I
head. I've
did
been there.
travel. to
No,
Beagle Point.
I don't mean how did you know that piece of information? How did you know that was the question?
Did you let me? Yeah, you didn't let me finish,
You
did you?
didn't ask the,
No,
you didn't ask the question.
he was nowhere near
Did I?
finished answering the question.
I'm clicking along with you.
We're getting time lag.
So
So you're
Must be a
reading-
time lag.
So you
Yeah,
click
don't
the
read
question.
the question. Yeah, there you go. Don't read the questions. until I ask them.
Gotcha.
That's a good rule.
Then
That's a
take
good
it off.
point.
Take it off. Take it off
No,
from me.
no. I think it's fine. We
Oh
didn't
come
establish that
on!
rule.
Bullshit.
You know what? Do this. Don't dock him, but don't give him the 600 points. Don't dock him 600, but don't give it to him.
All right.
Nah.
We'll go back to Yamiks then. You want to go ships for 400 and close it
Nah,
out?
I fucking failed. So if I fucking fail, next one. There you go.
Well, okay. It's you still have control. of the
Someone
board,
else. No,
Okay,
no,
DJ.
no. I give the.
Ant. Let's give it to Obsidian. He hasn't chimed in. much.
Let's
give
do
it to
law
Obsidian.
for 600.
Lore for 600. What does the acronym, and we debated this last time, we're going to go with the revised answer. What does the acronym INRA stand for?
Oh fuck
DJ.
me.
Intergalactic Naval Research Arm.
So close.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. It's close, but it's incorrect. Obsidian.
Well, I think DJ's right, but I'm going to say Interstellar
Okay.
Galactic
You don't have
Research
to
Arm.
answer.
Interstellar Galactic
That is
Research Arm.
incorrect as
Okay.
well. Anyone else?
I'm not answering this one. Fuck
Sorry,
no.
how many points
Oh
was that?
no.
That was 600. The
And
correct
I
answer
know it.
is the Intergalactic Naval Reserve Arm. And we actually debated it last time that it really should be intragalactic because we don't have more than one galaxy. So the technical answer says intra, but we agreed that it really should be inter because that's what all the lore says. But that doesn't make any sense. We only have one galaxy. Back to
For
Obsidian.
now.
What was the one we just did? 600.
That was
for
lore for
wasn't it?
600. We have
I wanna
800
make sure
and
I
200 left in lore.
Open the right ones here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Let's do law for 800.
Lore for 800.
So, see how
The name
down
of
we can get.
Commander Jameson's grandson. Yamiks.
Laurie Jameson.
Laurie would be incorrect. I don't think
That is
Laurie
granddaughter.
is his
Fuck.
grandson.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, dear.
Anyone
Fuck.
else? Anyone
Yeah.
else? This was a tough one. That would be, I have to look myself to remember. Peter Jameson is the grandson of Commander Jameson. Peter Jameson. Obsidian, we're back to you.
We might as well do all the lore now. Lore for...
Close that lore at
yeah,
200.
just do lore for 200.
What commander killed Salome? DJ.
Harry Potter.
Harry
Or
Potter is
Besieger.
absolutely correct. Yep. I would have taken either answer. I would have taken either. Yeah. Harry Potter. Okay, DJ, where you want to go?
So that was the law one.
Yeah,
is now
lore's closed out.
isn't
Lore's
it?
closed out. Yep.
Okay, let's take celestial bodies for 1,000.
Celestial bodies for 1,000.
Oh my.
This is the only permit-locked body in the Sol system. Obsidian.
Titan.
Say that again.
Titan.
Titan is incorrect.
Ah.
I see that DJ is up next. DJ?
The moon.
The moon is incorrect.
Oh.
Yamiks.
It's one of the moons.
Mars?
Mars is also incorrect.
No,
Well,
it's
you can go
Earth.
with a
Lord.
shit- Hold
It's
on.
Earth.
No, I said permit lock.
No, it's,
Yeah,
it's,
it's
one of the
Earth.
it's, no, it's one of the
only
moons with the
answer
red.
is
with the red
Oh,
around it.
Triton, not
Oh.
Titan, but
Oh, I said.
Triton.
Ah, dear.
You said Titan. That's why I said what, Obsidian? Like
Yeah.
to make sure you said it right. It's Triton, not Titan.
I
but
think
Triton.
everybody just lost 1,000 points there.
Yeah, everybody just lost 1,000 points. Yep.
Yay!
Oh,
I
the
probably
scores
should
are
have
yeah.
guessed.
everyone.
Yeah.
Is anyone
Who
in
are we back-
positive?
Yes,
Who are
you
we
are.
at to? Bring up it's the only one that's permit locked. You can't land on Sol to the moon or anything, but if you bring up the Sol Galaxy system map, it's the only one that is permit locked.
What's
So
the score?
close.
Okay, so we're what is the score? Greytest.
We are at minus 2,900 with Obsidian in the last. Next up, Yamiks with minus 1,800,
Yes!
and DJ in the lead with 300 points.
Wow, DJ's in the positive.
damn it.
Wow.
And DJ, the board is back to you, DJ.
Okay, so let's take celestial bodies for 800.
Celestial bodies for 800.
Oh shit.
This is the highest known mountain.
Oh.
Highest known mountain. It has a name.
Oh, fuck me.
Ooh, nobody, huh? Nobody. I
Disappointing.
see Yamiks typing. Nope. DJ, anybody?
Oh, I'm staying out.
That would be Mount Neverest. It's 50 kilometers high. It's the one where the fuel rack guy jumped off of it into orbit. Mountain. It's in Nervi, N-E-R-V-I.
And it is actually taller than Olympus Mons,
amazing.
isn't it?
It's amazing. It is. Yeah, it's really impressive, actually. The view from it's incredible. Back to DJ.
Rock Red Mecca.
Let's start closing this out. Let's take 600 for celestial
600
bodies.
celestial bodies. This landable planet's orbit is inside its parent star's corona.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, fuck no.
You are fuel scooping as you drop into glide.
I know the
Can
planet.
you say the question
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, I will. This landable planet's orbit, and I'll take the system or the planet name, is inside the star's corona, or let's say the scoopable zone, whatever you want to call that. So as you're fuel scooping, when you drop in, you drop into glide. Obsidian.
Yeah, if you take the system, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is incorrect.
Oh, but it does.
There
do
is a
that.
landable planet right there, but you're not fuel scooping as you drop into it. I'm 99% sure of that. If somebody can absolutely correct me, because
No,
I do have a
think
very
you're right,
specific
actually.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yamiks.
Skadri?
Yes, Scardy, however you want to pronounce it.
Scardy.
one. Yeah,
Ah,
I'll take that answer though.
ah.
I'll take that answer.
Okay,
Right?
well.
That was for 600, I believe. Yeah, that was for 600.
I think it might have
Yamiks.
changed with Beetlejuice at one point. People in chat are saying
Oh, okay.
you got that wrong, but I think
Okay.
it used to be that way, but it's not anymore.
I've been to Beetlejuice recently, and I know it's Beetlejuice 2, I think is
Yeah,
the planet.
yeah,
and
you can't go to
I'm
the first one.
99% sure
But for the
it's
first
not
time I went
scooping
there, you
at
could
all.
fuel scoop. The second time I went there, it didn't work anymore.
Okay. Well, this is again. If I get an answer wrong, I'm sorry, guys. Our player
That's
group
all
did
right.
a
You
bunch
think
of
you got it
research
right.
on these
Fair
questions.
enough.
So the answers are what they are, right?
If that's how it
So
currently is. fair enough.
It's right, exactly. That's got to be the rule of the game. Okay, we are to who got that right? Yamiks got that right. Where do you want to
I
go,
got
Yamiks?
that,
Yep.
yes. Right, so Celestial Bodies is filled?
200? Nope, we got one.
Oh,
left there,
200. Okay, so let's see. Then I'm correct. No one took modules. Damn. Okay, anyways, I'm going to be a dick and go for ships.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
there is left in ships.
I had somebody remember because I did accidentally click the 200 for celestial bodies, so we just need to remember that that's. Actually, you know what? We're going to do that one.
What?
I clicked it. We're going to do
Yeah.
that. Sorry.
Fuck it. Fuck
Okay, here
it.
we
Fuck
go.
it. Do
It's
do,
easy.
Do. Yeah.
It's easy. Everybody ready? This supermassive black hole resides at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, Yamiks.
I mean, at this point, yeah, you didn't even need to finish that sentence.
I
That'd
mean,
be
right.
Sagittarius A.
What would it be?
Sagittarius A.
Wrong.
The Milky Way galaxy.
I
Wait, what?
don't think I'm going to give you
Wrong.
one more chance because I'm not going to accept that answer. And DJ's next. Do you want to give me a more complete answer?
No, I failed. So the next one.
Okay, DJ.
Sagittarius A star.
Thank you. And Sagittarius A star.
Yamiks.
A star. Oh,
you
for the
fucked
love
it
of
up.
God, really?
It
Yes.
is A star in the name of it. I have
Oh,
to. It
God.
is Sagittarius A star. Right. Yep. I'm
Fuck,
sorry.
No, just no.
So
I'm
close.
Sorry.
Fuck the. Whatever.
Remember
Moving on.
Alex Trebek? Alex is just the deliverer of the questions. I think that was DJ. Where would you like to go, DJ?
Let's go ships for 400.
Ships for 400 to close that one out. What ship has the farthest possible unengineered jump range? Yamiks.
So unengineered.
Unengineered.
Okay, that would be Diamondback Explorer.
Diamondback Explorer is correct. It's slightly out nudges
400?
the Anaconda. That was for 400. That's correct. Right. Yamiks, we haven't touched modules, and we've only done 200 for engineers. Where do you want to
Oh,
go?
you want to touch my module? Okay, well, let's go for the best module there.
Modules
the
for
1,000.
1,000.
Yes.
Okay, modules for 1,000. Which unengineered weapon, and we had a wrong answer last time, I know the correct answer, which unengineered weapon has the highest DPS according to Coriolis? Again, got the answers on Coriolis. Which weapon has the highest unengineered? Yamiks.
Let's see. So DPS.
Looking it up right now.
No, I'm not looking up. I'm thinking. Just a second. Okay, fuck it. Let's go with them torpedoes.
Torpedoes are incorrect.
Ah.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Ooh, I thought you guys would get this one.
I don't dare.
We're looking for the large fixed frag cannon. The large fixed frag cannon does a fuck ton of damage. All right.
Is that
Yeah,
a
Yamiks?
scientific term?
That was 1,000. That was 1,000. Yeah, that is a scientific measurement. Absolutely, it is. Yamiks, do you want to go for modules or engineers?
We got. Wait, what?
You kind of
So
got.
we
I
failed
love
with
how
the
we've drawn a
modules.
snake. We've done a snake on the board. No, we've got modules 2 through 800 and engineers 4
Okay, so
through
1,000 is taken. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Right.
for modules, 1,000 is taken. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for the 1,000 on engineers then.
On engineers, 1,000 for engineers. What is the maximum multiplier? And I'll take this as a little rounded. The maximum multiplier for engineered thrusters. Yamiks.
Used to be 42%. Right now, it should be 45%.
I can't tell you. Even if I round it, that's
145
not right.
if you want.
No. 40.
No.
That's no, incorrect.
Okay, in that case, yeah, definitely incorrect. Okay.
Anyone else? And that was for 1,000. We were looking for. It's 45.6. So I rounded that up to 46.
on.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
I would have
That's
taken
not
the
fair, is
specific.
it? So
one
close.
round. It was
Oh,
so
yeah,
close, right? But I gotta take the. I would have taken the round.
As
in the
much
other
as I don't
direction.
engineer maximums, I still remember
Right.
numbers. Damn it.
Yep, 45.6. Okay, so we're to Yamiks still. We've got 800 for modules and engineers and 200 for
Modules, 800.
Modules for 800. How many total different Recon Limpet controllers are there? How many totally different Recon Limpet controllers are there? Sizes,
Recon-
classes.
Oh, okay. That
Yamiks?
in that case, that'd be the 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, I'd say 7. That's about it. So 4.
So wait, the answer you're saying is 4. The number
4. Yes.
Correct, because they only come in E class. That is correct. So that was for 8.
They also come in odd. So that I remember.
Right, run
So-
3, 5, and 7. That's right.
Those
That
points
was
go-
modules.
Can I just say that my external camera just glitched out on my stream? My ship just buggered off into the distance. I was following it in the external camera, just that follow cam, and
It just
suddenly
flew away.
it disconnected. I don't know what's going on. Now I think it's stuck again now, but at a much
that's-
much
No,
further
that,
distance.
basically what happened,
You've
you probably
detached the
pressed,
camera.
detached it.
Yeah.
So
No,
Yeah, you-
no. I detached beforehand. if you detach it,
Right.
it stays in place until it hits that boundary, and then it gets dragged with the ship. And that's what I did all the time. But just then, out of nothing, it got even further away, like a lot further.
Okay.
Add that
That
to the
is-
bugs and features
That is
category.
Wait,
not
what-
zoomed out right now. What you see
What?
in my stream, that is almost fully zoomed in fact.
Oh, that's great.
What's the distance it reads?
Let me show if I can bring up the HUD. It doesn't tell you any. Oh, 3,000 meters it says in the top right corner.
That's the maximum range
Yeah, that's
normally,
max.
so
Yeah.
you
But-
just simply detached it. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
but that's what I always did before. Well, maybe it zoomed out. Yeah, that might be possible. It zoomed
Nah.
out for some reason.
All right, so we took
to
the
Jeopardy.
modules 800, right?
And so
Okay,
you've
so-
got engineers 800,
Okay.
and
Yep,
then
gotcha.
So Yamiks, where you
All
want
right
to
then. Let's go for engineers 800.
go? And 800. Which 2 engineers are unlocked? And fuck, this might have changed with the chapter 3. So this is a pre-chapter 3 question.
Yeah.
Which 2 engineers are unlocked at the end of the Elvira Martuk tree?
Oh, fuck me.
And again, this is going to be a pre-chapter 3 because I've not looked up the answer since then. Anyone? That would be Professor Palin and Lori Jameson are at the end of that tree.
I knew
by
Palin
the way,
was one
just-
of them. I couldn't remember the other.
Yeah. To throw something in here, if we get to
I
the
didn't
end
even
with
know
Final
one of-
Jeopardy, if we get to the end with Final Jeopardy and your negative points, you'll be able to bet half of whatever the highest value person is in positive points. So if DJ's at 1,000 and Yamiks is at -1,000, Yamiks can bet 500 points. He starts at 0 and he
I
can bet
see.
500
Gotcha.
points for the Final Jeopardy question. So then
Okay.
at least
Ah, I
there's a
see.
chance.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
we're back to Yamiks still. We've got engineers and
So that
modules.
was
Who left?
N
That was 800,
800,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was 800 for engineers. Yep.
Let's see. Let's give others some chances and whatnot else, because I'm benevolent like that. 200 for modules.
Modules for 200. How many bins are in the largest refinery? Come on, Mr. Miner. Didn't somebody just do a 24-hour mining stream?
Oh no, I
Uh,
don't even want to remember that.
Good.
I hate you for this question. No.
DJ.
10.
10 is correct. Absolutely. For 2. That's the class 4. It has 10.
I was not willing even to guess this fucking thing. Fuck no. Don't want
DJ
to
is playing it
remember.
very carefully, and I think it works out for him.
I love how symmetrical we've been with the board the whole time, by the
Yeah.
way. Like I'm looking at it, we're symmetrical once again. It's
Is
great.
800 on modules done?
No, we've only got 600 and 400 for engineers and modules.
Okay, cool.
So-
Yeah, I thought so. I just didn't want to click
Yeah.
it if I'm
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
up after the question goes so that my... right, I'll take 400 for modules.
400 for modules. What is the spin-up time for the huge multi-cannon?
No.
Spin-up time on the huge multi-cannon. Ooh, really? Really?
Really?
Yamiks
Half a second.
is incorrect.
God damn it.
Anyone else?
Must be 0.1 or something like that. Damn it.
Obsidian.
I'm gonna go with none.
None is correct. Absolutely. There is no spin-up time on the
Yeah.
huge multi. It doesn't spin.
Oh,
Someone in my chat just said that,
Does
and I
not
thought,
spin.
as you said,
Nicely
Obsidian,
done,
I was like,
Obsidian.
oh shit, Tom's right.
Yep. Nicely done. That was for 400. Obsidian, where do you want to go?
I think I've missed a few of the ones I should have clicked off. Have we done all of
so yeah,
Celestial
we've
Bodies?
only
You can
got-
look at
yeah,
one
yeah.
screen.
We've
if
got
you- if need be.
engineers. We've got engineers for 4 and 600, and modules for 600. That's all that's left.
Let's do engineers for 4.
Engineers for 400. This engineer's home base is called the Beach. Yamiks.
The Sarge!
The Sarge is correct. Yep, absolutely. The Sarge is correct for 400. All right, we've got engineers and modules both at 600.
Okay, let's go for engineers.
Engineers at 600. What blueprint will give the greatest thermal reduction for railguns? What blueprint? Yamiks?
Okay, so do we need to name also the experimental, or this is just a upgrade?
Said blueprint. I said blueprint.
Blueprint. Okay, in that case, that should be the fuck. lightweight, was it? Yeah, lightweight.
Lightweight is incorrect.
Really?
Lightweight is
Okay.
incorrect. Yep.
No,
yep.
right, fair enough.
Obsidian.
Yeah, I might as well
Ah,
go with
fuck!
it. Glad I didn't have my headphones up any louder there.
Me too.
Sturdy.
Sturdy is correct. Wow. Of all the people, I did not think Obsidian would
Oh,
get
I
that
might
one.
have had a little
Nicely
bit of
done. Nicely. Hey, that's
I
okay.
engineered this shit like a little
And
while ago.
our last question. Yeah, so the experimentals for plasma, what is it? Plasma,
Slug?
Cascade, and Super Pen both give a 40% thermal reduction, but Sturdy gives 10% on its own. So
Yeah.
the last question is
Shit.
modules for 600. What is the largest class? So we're looking for the number, the size here. The largest class frame shift drive interdictor.
Oh, fuck me.
Largest class frame shift drive interdictor. Yamiks.
Okay, well, do or die, I suppose. So let's go with a 5.
Incorrect. Anybody else? DJ.
4.
4 is correct for 600. Yep, that was absolutely correct. Right. All right. So,
Wow.
Greytest, where are our scores?
With that, we had a little switch there in the second before last question.
Oh.
Yamiks is now in the last place with minus
Oh, there you go.
3,400 points, and Obsidian
Minus
caught him with minus
Minus how?
2,500 points, but DJ is still by far in the lead with 1,300 points.
Okay,
Positive.
so the way we'll do this then is DJ can risk all his points. Yamik and Obsidian can risk, we'll call it, just make math easy, 700 points, which is roughly half what DJ has. Right? That way there's still some fun in the last question. So the way the last question will work, right? I'll ask the question. You guys will type your answers into Discord and hit enter when I say go. That way everybody's answers are locked in, and then we'll laugh at everybody's answers. All right, everybody ready?
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Okay, right.
I will
Type
preface
into
the question
Discord.
because you always get type it into chat in Discord,
Okay.
right? So that then once I say you're all done and locked in, and then everybody hits enter at the same time. That way you
And
can't.
maybe also type next to it how many points you want to risk or set.
That's true
or
too.
whatever.
That's true too, right? Yep. So type that in.
So we can work it
in
out.
fact, actually, you have to type in your how much you're risking right now, and the category is tongue in cheek.
So
That's the category.
what?
Oh,
what
God. Don't
happens-
tell me it's going to be the
So
2.8%.
Yeah.
DJ, for example, Yamiks is risking 700. If he gets it right, he would have 1,400. So you
Yeah.
would have to risk a minimum because you're at 1,350. Is that what I heard?
1,300.
1,300. So you would need to risk at least 101 to be the winner, right?
And so the
And we
two
didn't
of them-
talk about what the winner is. The winner today will get a ship kit, or get a skin, because I've got some skins we can give away. They'll get a skin to give away to somebody in their audience. They can figure out how they give it away. That's how we'll do that. That'll be the prize for today.
Okay.
Okay, so Yamiks is risking his max. So Ant and DJ, type in how much you guys are going to risk, and go ahead and hit enter on that. And Yamiks is risking everything, and DJ's only risking 101. All right, so here we go with the last question. Again, the category is tongue in cheek. This mineral is mined in abundance in starter and community goal systems.
Oh,
This
fuck.
mineral is mined in, well,
Yeah,
and
sorry,
DJ just
okay.
fucked it up
He's got
already.
it.
Yeah, thank you, DJ.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
sorry.
Wait to type in your answer.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't have
automatically hit
That's fine.
enter.
I know. This
I admit
mineral-
I wouldn't have guessed it anyways.
I wouldn't have got it anyway. I wouldn't have
Okay,
got
okay. Well, that's good. All right. So then, but I still want to see what you guys' answers are. So again, the question is: this mineral is mined in abundance in starter and CG systems. All right. If you guys have your answers locked in, go ahead
I
and
didn't
hit
even start guessing, and yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I can't. I
And
can't
DJ
unsee.
ruined it for everybody.
Okay. Here's
DJ
my
loses.
answer. Give me a sec. Here's my answer.
I do actually have another 5. Oh, Yamiks might have to win this one. Yamiks might have to win this one. So, Obsidian, what would you
I
have had a
wouldn't
guess,
have known.
Obsidian?
No, I wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't have gotten it if we did. Okay, so the answer is, although I might give Yamiks a secondary prize, the answer is, of
No.
course, as everyone in my chat is getting, sodium chloride or salt. Of course, you mine salt in starter and CG systems. Yamiks' answer, which is equally as epic, was 2.8%. So, that would probably be what is the spawn rate of this mineral?
Yeah,
in
2.8.
Star-
Oh God!
That's the better answer, right? Now I think I have 2 Final Jeopardy questions. Let me see what the other one was. Okay, actually, you know what? Here I've got another one that we can use. That will be our real
Okay.
Final Jeopardy since DJ fucked up that one. So we're gonna use the same rules. DJ doesn't get any points for that one. We'll go back, right? This one is the category is ships, and this one is tough. Okay. And I'm going to give everybody. I'm going to watch
Oh,
the
bring
clock.
it,
And I'm
baby.
gonna give everybody 15 seconds from when I finish reading the question. So here we go. Same bets. Here we go. And how many
Max
ships
points.
have at least one Class 1 optional internal slot?
What?
10 seconds. How many ships have at least one Class 1 optional internal slot? Don't hit enter.
Oh, for the fuck's sakes!
10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Okay.
Fine.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. I'm gonna have to look at the answer.
I haven't
All
counted
right.
that many.
Go ahead
anyways.
and hit enter, everybody. Okay. Yamiks has got 20. Obsidian says all, and DJ says 17. Unfortunately, the answer is 10. Now, we weren't looking for a Class 3 slot that could fit a Class 1. We were looking for specifically Class 1 optionals.
small.
Those
small
would be
one,
the
yeah.
Eagle, the Imperial Eagle, Sidewinder, Vulture, Adder, Fer de Lance, Hauler, Imperial Courier, Viper Mark III, and the Viper Mark IV. So the correct answer is 10, which means DJ is our winner.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
And so DJ, you only risked your 101 points. So that brought DJ to what? 1,199 points?
Yeah, 1,199 points.
Yeah, right. There we go. Yeah.
Very interesting. Like this round went completely different to what we had last time. It's super interesting to see.
It turned around, did it? Well, yeah. Did you keep the scores separate per round? Like, do we know what the round 1 score was still?
No, I updated
Yeah, okay,
them.
okay.
Deleted them.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Delete history. I was never wrong.
There's a permanent record
So-
now.
Yep.
There's a permanent
There are
record.
VODs and everything, Yamiks.
Bullshit.
Nope, no,
Fake news.
no. We have video evidence.
Fake news. Fake news. I say. Crisis actors and whatnot else. Yes.
Oh my god.
Well,
Right.
hopefully everybody found that funny.
Super Cruise makes frogs gay.
Super Cruise makes frogs gay.
Is that what you just said?
Yes,
What the
that
fuck
Yes.
is
does that mean?
what he just said.
Well, if we want to do this again, or maybe even a different game show format, I do have 50 more questions already lined up, so we can do something like it.
So
again
give
with
some love
all
to
new
XCGS
questions.
for putting this together. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you
At
so
least in my
much,
eyes.
Well,
Exegius. That
yeah,
was
yeah,
really
let me-
good fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
People seem to like that, so.
Let me, yeah, I get a lot of good comments
Yeah.
on my side. Let me also give thanks to specifically a friend of mine, Tranquil Terror, who found the board system we use for the whole thing. And a lot of the guys in my player group, Level 11, helped me with all the questions. So, it was definitely a group effort on my group side as well. So, we talked about it for a long time, thinking, we need to do something fun, right? Some of my guys were saying, I was like, and when the suggestion got made, I was like, that sounds like what I think it turned into, a big laugh fest, which I think we all needed for a change,
Yeah.
right?
Also, I just figured out what the glitch was. If you're near a planet, then your range is way closer. But once you get far enough away from it, which I did, you suddenly
Oh, it
have
jumped it
more
out.
range. You suddenly have more range on your
Ah.
external camera. Yeah, that's what it was.
Got it. All
I
right.
wasn't going crazy after all.
Well, that's cool. Well,
Oh, that's
do we
debatable,
have? Well, true. Do we have anything else to end up with, or we want to kind of split for our own streams for a few minutes and say our goodbyes?
It's on my part. That's about it for a great Friday evening. I don't want to spoil it, so let's enjoy it as it is and laugh at probably me and
And
probably
me.
some others, but mostly me. So, yay!
Yeah. What was the total? Was Yamiks last, Obsidian second, and DJ first? Is that how it ended out? Gray.
Yeah, DJ first.
Yeah.
Obsidian second
Obsidian
in the end.
second, and Yamiks third.
Yamiks. Yes.
Yep. Boy, when you get the questions wrong, and you keep answering a lot of those high dollar ones at first. It starts to
They
sting,
take
doesn't
They
you
it?
ramp
down.
up, don't they?
Uh-huh. Right? We didn't have any Ken Jennings tonight, did we? If you guys know, that's the guy that won a what it was year's streak or his crazy longest streak in Jeopardy history. So, and next time if we do this again, I might make everybody answer in the form of a question like you're really supposed to do. But
I hate that stupid format.
Right.
Doesn't make
That's
sense.
why I just figured question and answer was easiest, right?
Stupid American
exactly.
logic. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Logic, right?
Backwards.
So,
all right, I think that's it. Let's wrap it up.
that was a
Thank you
blast.
very
guys.
much, guys. That was great fun.
It was great.
And just
Absolutely.
the first time I think with us on with us, Greytest this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
first
So
time.
great to have you here.
So to summary up,
hope you
who
come
was
back and we have
here?
you on more often.
Yeah, Gray, me. Then we have Obsidian.
Yep.
Say something.
Yeah.
Say hi, Obsidian.
Hi.
Say something.
Bye, bye.
And
I'm
your
still here.
voice is behind
We took
me.
a short
Everyone knows
again.
you. Okay, fair enough. Then Yamiks,
Hey. Yes.
DJ,
Bye.
and our lovely Jeopardy host today, Exegius.
Exigius Trebek. That's my name for the
There
day.
you go.
And
Thanks, everybody. And like normal, I know I'm going to stick around on my stream and jump in my Discord.
I'll be
for just
hanging
few
around for a
minutes
bit
if
as
you guys are
well.
around.
So
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
My part, so
I will still be
take
about.
care,
so
guys.
I'll see you all later.
yeah,
Bye,
cheers,
guys. Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Later, guys.
There we go, stupid degraded mission.
Well, that's that then. So I'll be hanging around here for a little while, have a talk with you guys all in chat because I don't get to chat with you all directly too much. Why? And that's going on, as you know. So probably not a lot of questions to talk with or points to address because all the chat here was aimed at the Jeopardy game. Let's go down. So if there's anything you want to talk about, if there's anything you want to ask, any subjects at all, we can have a bit of a discussion. I'll hang around for a while, and it was fun. It was the first time I've done it. I know some of you pointed out that it was the same questions that had been asked before, but as Exigius said, that was for a whole different group on the round table. I think that would probably been the same week of Fantasticon. So myself and Yamiks and DJ weren't here for sure because we were over in Fantasticon. Bouncy Stickman hopes to see me on some of the waypoints in the Autumn Odyssey expedition. I'll try. I'll certainly have a look at what's going on in there. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to get along on the expeditions because obviously there's so much going on in different places in Elite, and I like to try and capture as much as what's going on as possible. So we'll see if I can get my other account back, which is currently out in the Formidine Rift. If I can get that account back to at the bubble, then perhaps I'll take that account along on the expedition. That would be pretty good. Fantasticon was absolutely great, Dinosaurs, but the first one I've been to. Definitely go to one next time. A lot of Elite players there. It isn't an exclusive Elite convention, but a lot of Elite people do go along. So it was nice to meet a lot of viewers. It was nice to meet a lot of Patreon people as well. And of course I got to meet Yamiks and DJ and a whole bunch of others, so really good stuff. Hey, Elderman, I know quite a few people watched the Conan streams. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I kind of wasn't expecting anyone to go ahead and pick it up because I streamed it a little bit shorter than I was expecting to. I had a lot of stuff going on. I had a work call that evening as well, which is one of the reasons I had to cut it short, and then I wanted to get a video out as well for the exploration changes. So it's neat that you're actually liking it. The early parts of that game are a lot of fun. Very much enjoyed it. I think it probably picks up a lot if you can play in a group as well. I'm still open to setting up a server, so if I do that I'll send an invite your way so you can join me on a server and we'll have a chat there. Yeah, I haven't got a server set up for Conan at the moment, but definitely willing to consider doing that. You know about multi-crew for SRVs? Absolutely no idea if that's a thing that will ever happen. It seems to be a technical hurdle. So possibly related to the similar one with multi-crew for ship-launched fighters. You can't fly the ship-launched fighter very far away from the crewed ship, can you? Which is unfortunate. So, Z Overman, whenever you're playing Elite Dangerous, you kind of feel like playing Frontier Elite 2. Any reason for that? You want the new ADS Advanced Discovery function to be, this is from Arson Cross, be a native ship function. I feel they're going to be too central to the gameplay moving forward. So you mean by a central ship function, you mean there's no point having a module? You know, I kind of agree with that. If it's needed for so many functions in the game, it might as well be a core module like thrusters and the frameshift drive. I think you have a good point there. Perhaps something worth bringing up with Frontier if we can put it in the focused feedback forum. Oh, there's some of you in the former Dying Rift at the moment. Ah, I'm sure there's always people over there. I know the Gnosis is heading on over there. You said twice on Wednesday, Alden. You said twice that you're picking it up? Conan, or have I missed something? Sorry if I've missed something. Just reading some of the other points here. Mission filters and orrery map. Now, orrery map is the thing, this is from Michelangelo, it's the thing I really want the most in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon, but I really think it would be an absolutely brilliant feature for the new... oh dear, the new exploration system. Basically, you jump into an empty system and you have to map that system out in a couple of ways. I'd love for that to build up a orrery map. That would be a fantastic reward. To me, that would be a better reward than credits. Going through the process of discovering the planets and then going and mapping them, and as you're doing that, building up a really nice, high quality art orrery map, which are obviously look a lot better than the system map. That would be a pretty nice reward. Thanks then. My name isn't Leo. Hopefully see you next time. Glad you liked it, Echo Spark, and I'll let everyone else know as well. I hope the discussion between me and you guys isn't over AOS, but the round table has certainly disappeared. Yep, I'm playing Conan. I streamed it last Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be streaming it this Wednesday. I might be streaming Planet Alpha on Wednesday, but basically I've taken Wednesday to stream a variety of different games. I did a video on Planet Alpha the other day. I'm possibly going to do a stream on that, unless everyone insists on Conan, and then we can have another go with Conan, because the stream for that was a little bit shorter than what I intended. Vinny, I'm not at all pissed off about not having the ice planets. A little bit disappointed, I guess, but there's enough things coming out for it for me not to be too worried about that. More disappointed about the removal of carriers, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I've just skipped the chat there. Approximately when does Frontier expect to release the exploration update? They haven't given a date yet, but they've said the beta will start in a matter of weeks, so I'd estimate weeks being anything between 3 to 6 weeks. Reason being, if you start going beyond 6 or 7 weeks, you get to 8 weeks, which is 2 months, and they didn't say months, they said weeks, so not too long away, I guess. INRA is called Interstellar because in the old Elite there are also multiple galaxies. Ah, I see, Centaurus. Although I didn't think INRA was in the first Elite. I thought that come in Elite 2. But then maybe I'm wrong there. Yeah, Pioneer. I never really played that too much, but it's a great remake, as you point out, of Elite 2. Fan-made remake. Do I feel Guardian Tech is worth getting? From John Blackmore. Well, I've got very, very little Guardian Tech. In fact, the only Guardian Tech I've got right now is the ship. So I guess that kind of gives you my thoughts on Guardian tech, and it's not that I don't think it's worthwhile. I think the Guardian tech itself is worthwhile. I'm just not a big fan of the unlock process. I guess I'll work through that slowly over time, but I really don't like that side of the game, so I keep away from it. But each to their own. Hey, I didn't say that. No, but seriously, yes, I did say that. I'm not a fan at all of extensive grind in the game. I wish Frontier would come up a way of making that a lot more fun, a lot more direct, and a lot more determined, or deterministic, I guess. I don't like the RNG section of it at all, so I just outright avoid it. Hello there from Hawaii. I hope you're not too near the volcano. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be keeping these HUD settings. I've been experimenting around with ED Profiler. Do a search on Google by Dr. Kai of Distant Worlds fame. And this was one of the presets on there, and I just used it. So maybe I'll keep it. I was going to go back to blue, but ran out of time before the stream began. So will the new scanning changes become repetitive? I think they certainly will become repetitive. It's an interesting one. I guess it depends on how you look at it. If you're going to map fully every single system, then yeah, it's going to be very, very repetitive. If you're only looking for specific things and then move on and map the planet or move on to the next system, it'll be less repetitive. For me, it really depends. Like I said, if we could go back to having, or if we could have the idea of that orrery map, then the repetition of that sort of gameplay would have a good reward, because you're actually getting something tangible out of it beyond just credits. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it actually feels when we're playing. Yeah, an orrery map would be great. Aquatic. I have changed my HUD colour, but like I say, that was just because I was experimenting with some different presets. I'm making a video on a new, or not such a new, but a newly updated Elite Dangerous tool from Dr. Kai, a third-party tool, and the video hopefully will be out next week. So I just experimented with that, and this is one of the presets because the tool allows you to change your HUD colours. I don't know the settings here for the HUD, but you'll see in a video very soon. This is a preset in the ED tool. Plain jocks. Oh, Aquatic says the tools, the development of Elite is a bit slow. I do agree. I'm not streaming on Twitch. I keep being told to stream on Twitch, and I keep forgetting to do it. I should have used Restream this time. Sorry about that. I can't remember which system had the largest mountain. I'll ask them, see if we can find out. Yep, the Crate is going to be my new exploration ship. It just needs a bit more fine-tuning, but I've got a jump range on this of over 40 light years. It won't be my long-range exploration ship, but it will be the ship I use inside the bubble a lot more. So 40 light years on here at the moment. But that's without a shield. It does, like I say, need a bit more fine-tuning. Yeah, Inra developed the mycoid virus. Again, that's why I think they're Elite 2, weren't they? I didn't think Inra was in the first Elite, but my memory of the first game's a bit hazy. With the lore, I really go, and everything else, it really goes back to Elite 2 for me. Thank you very much, Michelangelo. As far as I know, Skytex, humanity did not expand beyond the galaxy. There's some discrepancies in the lore between Elite and Elite 2. In Elite, the original Elite, there's actually a whole bunch of different species out there. There's cat races and all sorts of other races that you could come across. Those didn't make the jump across into Elite 2, and therefore not into any of the other games. I have done a face reveal. Commander Nexus. Jump into the Discord server. Stuart posted a link earlier. He's actually put a few emojis in there using my face from some of the times I've done a face reveal. So if you want to see a little tiny icon of my face, but otherwise have a look at some of my other earlier streams, or the EGX video from 2015, I think. I'm on camera there. Anything with the Oculus Rift, you'll see me on camera there, but that will be with the Rift strapped to my face. How much content do you know is coming in Q4 now that the ice planets are gone? I don't know really what would be replacing the ice planets or why they would be removed, unfortunately. Galactic Overlord. Oh, thanks for the link, Stuart, for ED Profiler. Do check it out. It's well worth having a look at that. A really nice tool. I actually get to use the orange HUD on the PlayStation, so I don't miss it too much, Bouncy Stickman. I'll definitely be going along on the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, Echo Spark. That's a big thing that's planned. Probably won't be able to follow it along for the entire duration for the same reasons that I said about the autumn expedition, but I'll definitely be there for the early stages. Yes, I think some of the road to riches may be changing. It's obviously not going to be the same at all. I'm in the crate to Leatherwood. Why am I just flying into the void? I'm flying into the void gaming because I'm talking to you guys. That's why I'm not paying attention to the game at the moment. I'd like to just talk with you all. As far as I know, Zix, the reason that there's no HUD support directly for changing the colours, etc., is because there's some coding issues around that. That's my understanding. Now, Gonzo, it's really your choice about the virus with the ED Profiler, but Dr. Kai has said many times that it's just a false positive and not to worry about it. But if you've got any doubts, at all, then use the website virustotal.com and just upload it to there, and it will tell you that it's all fine. But Dr. Kai said many times it's just false positives and that it is all right. Up to you though. If you've got any doubts, Virus Total's the site. Ah, you've seen Dinosaurs, seen the Obsidian facepalm. Yes, Stuart, you must have gone through that stream to catch me facepalming there. The perfect reaction for Discord. So embarrassing as well. Nexus, I'm going to try my best to get to LaveCon next year. It'll be my first LaveCon, but I keep being told how good it is. And time and again I want to go, but never are able to make it. So I really want to try my best to get there. Oh yeah, the emergency broadcast video, of course. A good video to see my ugly mug in. So we're getting near right down the bottom of the chat there. Been a really good stream. I think it's time for me to head off. But before I do that, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming by. And you know, it's always fun talking with Yamiks and Exegius and all the rest of them. Always have a great time there, and I know you really like it. So I'll be back next Friday, hopefully, with another stream, another roundtable stream, and we'll also I'll be streaming on Wednesday as well. Again, not decided whether I'll be doing Conan or Planet Alpha. Probably be Planet Alpha, but we'll see. But also, thank you to Hasmango for the donations. Thank you to Marcio. Thank you to Vokan. Thank you to Trey. A big thank you to Commander Corvus. Always very much appreciated. Does mean a huge amount to me. Thank you to Commander Geronimo. Sorry if I've butchered your name there. Dr. Grandreefer, thank you very much. And James, thank you for becoming a new member on YouTube. There's a join button there below the video. That gets you a membership with me, which just basically helps me support the channel and keep all these things going. And it does give you a few unique things. There's a community tab over on the YouTube channel, over on my YouTube channel. You can see just above videos, keep going to the right and you can see community. There's some posts there that everyone can see, but there's also some member only posts that I post from time to time that you guys can read and interact with, so anyone who's a member can see that. Same goes for people over on the Patreon page. Also, James, know that you're a member. If you join the Discord server, Stuart gave you a link earlier. If you join the Discord server, there's also a private channel for Discord. There's a private Discord channel for YouTube members and Patreon supporters. But everyone else, do stop on over on the Discord channel. It's a really rapidly growing community of a lot of fantastic people. It's really, really nice over there. Very friendly. We talk about all sorts of things. We talk about Elite Dangerous and many other games besides. So, in fact, if you want to stop over there, like I say, we talk about a bunch of other games, and the Everspace developers have just joined as well. So if you want to talk with them, they're there. So that's the Discord channel. Stuart's put a link slightly above in chat, and there's one below. Thank you again for Alden Appleby for the donation, and of course thank you for all your ongoing support as always. Really appreciated. And thank you to Andreas Bloom. Thank you very much. And if anyone sent any donations through on oh my goodness, over directly on PayPal, I apologise for not giving any shout outs. I don't give any shout outs directly vocally as the stream's going on, because it's unfair to the other guys. But thank you to Sundog for the stream, for the donation that you gave a little while ago there. Very, very much appreciated. I'm glad you liked the video. Just apologies that your message didn't come up in the video. That's purely because some of that's disabled while I do the round tables, just so it's fair to everyone else. So heading off now. Thank you everyone again for stopping by. It's all very much appreciated, and I'll catch you next time.